2024 Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic presented by Huntington Bank is brought to you in part by Huntington Bank, the East Central Ohio Educational Service Center, AB Distributors of the Ohio Valley, and WVU Medicine, the official medical partner of the OVAC. Ladies and gentlemen, let's take a look at our keys to the game as we get ready for kickoff here from Wheeling Island Stadium of the 78th Annual Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Classic. And, Drake, we look at this for Ohio. We talked about it. A lot of skilled players for them offensively. They've got to be able to try to get those skilled players in action and use them to their best advantage.
Yeah, use them to their best advantage and get their guys in open space. West Virginia, it's imperative that they tackle in space. And Ohio also wants to find some early success. It's always crucial to get that first down and that first score and kind of set the pace of the ball game. And for West Virginia, I think this can go for anything that's going on, is play together as a team, and that'll help them in this evening's ball game.
It's so difficult, obviously, when you are coming together in such a short amount of time. These players have only been together since Monday. That's when they reported to camp, and so now they've been together for just 5 days, truly, and here they are now, ready to kick this game off and get things underway shortly. Hey, once again, this year, the presentation of the Borders Cup will take place. And here's a look at that trophy. It will be presented to the coach of the winning team immediately following the game tonight. The winning coach's name will be added to the trophy, and it'll go on display at the OVAC Museum at West Banco Arena until the All-Star game next year. A new plate will be added each year with the winning coach's name and the score of the game. Thank you to Borders & Borders for providing our trophy for tonight's game. So look at Jerry Ames down there at midfield. He is your honorary referee for tonight's game. He's with our referee Bruce Myers. And also on the crew tonight we have Kathy Morrow. She's a line judge, first ever female official in the OVAC All-Star football game tonight. So congratulations to Kathy and the entire staff here tonight. Congratulations to Jerry Ames, Sam Jones there with him as well, helping to present him with the plaque as being named the honorary referee. Great to see Jerry on the field before, along with Chicken too. Two great guys that they've done a lot of high school football games throughout the years, including this game right here, so definitely well-deserved.
Once again, we talked about excellence before the game down on the field, and there's just another example of it. The guys in the stripes down there, and also, like you mentioned earlier, there's excellence all over the place, and I know it's never about us. It's always on the field, and the folks down there, players, coaches, cheerleaders, band. But I will say there's some excellence sitting right next to me, and you were inducted into the West Virginia Broadcasting Hall of Fame. I hadn't had a chance to tell you congratulations, but congrats on your excellent work, and you are the real deal, and it's an honor to be here with you this evening.
It's quite kind of you to say that. I appreciate that. I've enjoyed the events that we've worked together now over the last 3 years, if you will. So had a great time working with you, and I know you're going to see great success in your career as well, as you were just getting started. I've been around for 31 years, so
I've got 3 under my belt.
There you go. You've got a great start, and I know great things are still to come for you in your career. The captains for each team meeting now at midfield as we'll get ready for the opening coin toss here tonight. Tayson Starr, number 1 from Barnesville, one of the Ohio captains. Javen Harper from Steubenville, also a team captain. Number 65, J.R. Adams from St. Clairsville, also an Ohio captain. And number 3, Parker Hutton is a captain for Team Ohio. West Virginia captains include number 14, Jared Marsh. Also number 34, Landon Taylor from Lindsley. Number 5, Malachi Strohmile from Weir High. Maddox Bowers, quarterback from Morgantown High, is out there as well for the West Virginia Mountaineer squad as we have the opening coin toss, and we'll get ready for the kickoff of tonight's game. Also number 3, Anthony Baczynski there with the gloves on his face mask from Brook High, one of the West Virginia team captains.
Fun and joyous. Our honorary referee today is Jerry Ames. He's going to do the coin toss. Ohio, you're going to be the visiting team, so you're going to call the coin toss. All right? This will be heads. This will be tails. Okay?
And I'll tell you what, we're just going to let it drop on the ground, okay? Guys, congratulations. He's right. Big honor to be here tonight, okay? Even for me, too, I'll tell you what. So, and you got a great officiating crew tonight, so listen, and they'll help you along the way. Here we go.
Tails.
It's a head.
It's a head. You want to declare the second half. Where's the press box at? Press box is over here. We're going to put the mic on, Harry. First, turn your mic on. Here, West Virginia face this way. Ohio face this way. Ohio is going to receive on this end. Any questions? Good luck, guys. Shake hands. Let's go.
Are you ready?
Let's stand.
Hey, coming up at the end of the first quarter, make sure you stay with us for the Health Plan $10,000 pass, punt, and kick. Starting at the north end zone, our contestant will have to first pass the ball down the field, then punt the ball, and then kick a successful field goal from the spot of the punt. If they do so, they will win $10,000 courtesy of the Health Plans. Make sure you stay tuned for that coming up at the end of the first quarter. As you heard from our referee, Mr. Bruce Myers, West Virginia won the toss, but they deferred, and so they will get the ball to start the second half. Ohio's offense is who we will see first here tonight at Wheeling Island Stadium. Here come the Mountaineers of West Virginia and the Buckeyes of Ohio as both teams come back to retake the brand new turf here at Wheeling Island Stadium.
You could just feel it. There's some energy, especially when the players ran onto the field, and it's been building throughout not only the day but the week as well. And we couldn't be more excited to get kicked off the start of the 2024 football season. Yeah,
it's an exciting week for sure. One of the top weeks of the high school calendar, if you will, in the Ohio Valley, year in and year out. Really kind of the crown jewel in a lot of ways for the OVAC. This is a game that everybody looks forward to. 78 years, folks. Quite an impressive number when you can have a game that has lasted that long. Of course, it's named in honor of Rudy Mumley, who back in 1972 actually mortgaged his house to bring the game back that had gone dormant for a couple of years. And so Rudy Mumley, the man who was responsible for restarting this game some 52 years ago, and thankful to him for sure that we are able to be here tonight to watch some of the best high school football players from throughout the Ohio Valley. Frank Sassini, right there, the head coach from Weir High, the head coach for West Virginia, getting his troops ready to go out and get things here at this is brand new turf. Of course, the turf that was down was 9 years old, and of course last spring we had another terrible flood here in the Ohio Valley, and the decision was made, obviously, the turf to be replaced after the coming season, so they went ahead and replaced it anyways. Now looks beautiful. We had a chance to be down on it. It's a wonderful playing surface, and we're going to get a lot of good use here tonight. Connor Fitzpatrick will kick things off from John Marshall to get things started for us here tonight at Wheeling Island Stadium in the WVU Medicine kickoff. And he will put that into the end zone for the touchback. And so Ohio will come out on offense to start the game. We'll see who Ohio elects to go with the quarterback. The thought was it would be Cable Isley.
That's who they trot out there.
Out of River High School. Of course, Cable had an outstanding high school football career with the Pilots. Threw for nearly 6,400 yards, had 77 career touchdown passes, ran for more than 1,000, had 20 more touchdowns there, and actually including defensive touchdowns and special team touchdowns, finished with more than 100 touchdowns in his career. A three-time all-first team OVAC player is Cable Isley out of River High School. Isley's in the gun here on 1st and 10 from his team's 20-yard line. Gives the ball up the middle, and not much happening there on first down for the Buckeyes. West Virginia defensively right on the spot and able to come up with a good stop early on.
Yeah, two safeties back for West Virginia. The numbers tell you to run the football, and Ohio, of course, wants to ease into the game anyway, so a trap play there to get things started, and only a yard, but they've got a lot more opportunities to ease into the game.
Yeah, we talked about it as well. I mean, they've only been together 5 days, and part of that was moving in on Monday and media day, so really only about 4 days to practice. Here's Isley to the air. Pass is pulled in and caught by Lee Anthony Soule. And he should have enough for a first down. He's up over the 30 to about the 31, 32-yard line, and that is enough for an Ohio first down.
Yeah, good read by Isley. He had Sewell obviously coming outside, and he also had Mac Pettigrew on the hitch. He can read which defender and make him wrong, and he made the right read there and hit the out route.
First and 10 for Ohio. Here's Isley, takes the snap. Handoff is given in the backfield. And that's Xavier Fulks out of Steubenville. Nice gain for him. Takes it up near the 40-yard line. They'll mark him down at the 39. So a gain of about 8 on first down for Ohio.
You had to think Ohio was going to have a little bit of success at least running the football with the kind of athletes that they have not only in the backfield but also up front. They've got some big fellas up there as well, and an excellent 8-yard gain.
And, it's a warm night out here. You're Ohio. You might want to come out and just kind of try to lean on West Virginia early. It's going to be a long night, and starting here under the sun early at Wheeling Island Stadium, they've elected to try to run the football here with that athleticism that we talked about that they had. There's a fumble, though, on the play, and the ball goes out of bounds. Sewell had the ball knocked out of his hands, but he has a first down up over midfield into West Virginia territory. They'll mark him down at the West Virginia 46-yard line, and that was nearly disastrous there for Ohio, but they get the first down.
Very fortunate the ball went out of bounds there, and also fortunate that the rule states that that's where the ball is placed if it goes out of bounds, where it went out of bounds. And
we talked about in the open keys to the game was use your skill players. Ohio has spread the ball around here, and we've seen them use several different players so far on this drive. Here's the handoff in the backfield once again, given to Fulks, and Fulks will pick up about 5 yards there on the carry, maybe closer to 6 actually, after the spot comes up, and he's just shy of a first down. Actually, a gain of almost 9.
And a West Virginia player, Jordan Beasley, number 24 in blue, got up a little slow after that play. We hope he's okay.
So Ohio right now methodically going down the field. 2nd and 1 from the West Virginia 37-yard line. Here's the handoff given in the backfield again, and that'll be good enough for a Ohio first down. J.J. Barton, running back out of Dover, picks up about 3 yards on the play, and it's good enough for an Ohio first down. So the Buckeyes just moving the ball down the field right now. There's a look at that offensive line. Very talented, to say the least, with those guys who are up along the front. Perry Patrone right there from St. Clairsville is the center, and you look at that left guard, Javen Harper, number 73 from Steubenville. He is an imposing individual at that left guard spot.
I wonder if we'll see a first down pass here.
First and 10 here. Isley, little pump, wants to go deep, has a receiver downfield, and it is pulled in for the West Virginia Ohio touchdown. Cole Coburn on the other end for the Buckeyes score, and Ohio takes the opening drive down the field, 80 yards on that one, and they're into the end zone for the opening score of the night.
It's the deep threat, Cole Thoburn out of St. Clairsville on a double move. That's a bad day for a West Virginia defensive back. He's fired up, and that's about all he did in St. Clairsville was catch long passes for touchdowns, and Ohio gets on the board early. We said, the early part of this game would be important.
Talked about early success for Ohio. They had it right there on that opening drive. Thoburn had 61 catches for 900-plus yards last year and 10 scores, and there's another one right there for Thoburn in his high school career. The extra point try is good. And with 9:20 remaining, Ohio has jumped out to a 7-0 lead as they score on their opening drive of the game. Let's go back down to Wheeling Island's turf here and hear from one of our important sponsors tonight.
For over 15 years, the OVAC and Anheuser-Busch distributions of the Upper Ohio Valley have partnered to remind adults that communication is the key to preventing underage drinking through the use of the Family Talk program. Please tell us more about how this proactive program.
So the local Anheuser-Busch distributors in the Valley have partnered with the OVAC for over 15 years now. We donated approximately over $100,000 over those years. And the program is about teaching parents how to speak with their kids, specifically underage kids, about drinking and making the right decisions. There's no book when you have kids to teach you how to do that. So this is a website at www.familytalkaboutdrinking.com. And you can go on that website, and parents can go on that website and look at their age of their children and find out tips of how to speak to their children about drinking when they're underage.
Right, that sounds like an awesome program. Thank you so much. Reporting on the sidelines, I'm Ella Hunt from WJMH Media.
All right, Ella, thank you so much. And you saw Jacob Meager's kick there. They decided to kind of pooch it down the middle of the field. DeMario White from John Marshall, the man to pick it up. Pretty good return for him. West Virginia has decent starting field position at the 30-yard line. And West Virginia comes out to start their first drive of the night with Luke Hudson out of University High as their starting quarterback. Motion out of the backfield from Nick DeProspero. The handoff given in the backfield, and running room there for Corey Lyons out of Weir High over the left side. Gain of about 3 yards on first down. And it'll be 2nd and 7.
Luke Detling, the defensive back out of Barnesville, nice job to fly up and make that tackle. It's tough to make a hard hit like that in the open field, and we talked about that in our keys to the game, and he's able to do so there for the Ohio squad.
Hudson, an outstanding career at U-High. He actually set a school record for passing yards and touchdowns, throwing for nearly 5,700 yards and 46 touchdowns in his career for Coach Kelly with the Hawks. So 2nd down and 7 now. Hudson still in the pistol here. And looks to fake and roll out to the side. He'll find his tight end. The ball is pulled in. Actually, his man in the backfield. DeProspero, the man, came in motion out of the backfield, makes the catch. Gain of about 6 yards on the play, and it's going to be 3rd down and 1. 3rd and about 1 for West Virginia. Pick up a first down.
It's just a flood concept in the flats there, and Nick was able to run away from the defender and set up a much more manageable 3rd down here.
Early on, 7-0 in favor of Ohio. They scored on their opening drive of the game. This is West Virginia's first drive of the contest.
A lot of two-back sets for the West Virginia team.
Hudson in the backfield with a man on each side. There's DeProspero, goes set up in a wing position. And we have a timeout on the field. Our first timeout of the game. Frank Sassini wants to make sure they get something right here. Didn't like what he saw, I guess, in the setup. And on 3rd and short, wants to make sure they try to pick up this first down. And he will take his first time out of the game. Hey, folks, we want to remind you about the OVAC Rivalry Series. The 2024 schedule looks promising as the OVAC continues its radio partnership with WKKX. These games will air on WKKX 1600 AM and or 1370 AM WVOY and are also streamed on WKKX.com during the upcoming football season. The schedule is comprised of a good balance of games from smaller, mid-size, and bigger conference schools. The Rivalry Series will kick off on August the 22nd with Shadyside taking on Martins Ferry. And there's a look at the rest of the schedule. We'll also have the first ever night game at Bel Air with Buckeye Local and Bel Air the next night on August the 23rd from Nelson Field. Pretty exciting situation there where the Big Reds will have lights at Nelson Field for the first time in the 90-year history.
You can almost see them down the river from here.
Now 3rd and short for West Virginia. This is Hudson. Takes the snap, gives it to Lyons. Lyons will have a first down for West Virginia as he blasts his way up through the middle. Gain of about 4 yards on 3rd and short, and it's 1st and 10 for West Virginia at about their own 43-yard line. So West Virginia able to pick up a first down here after on their first series.
We talked about the football. We talked about the Ohio offensive line and how big they were, but I think West Virginia's is even bigger, and they've been able to move the ball successfully so far in this first series. And that two-back set, I love that because that can confuse the linebackers a lot, and especially when they use motion.
Send Hudson. Hudson will send DeProspero, that is, back out to a wing set. Handoff in the backfield, and not much running room there, and getting tackled behind the line of scrimmage is Malachi Strohmile from Weir High. He'll lose 2 yards on the play. Excellent job defensively that time by Ohio to get penetration, and really no opportunity for Strohmile to try to get that to the corner. Let's head back down to the sideline for Ella with another interview. Ella?
A loss of 2, 2nd and 12, balls on the 40-yard line.
Not only does WVU Medicine provide support to the OVAC with its athletic trainers on the sidelines, but also financially. The hospital's funding helps the over 12,000 student athletes that compete in the conference. How does this partnership help give back to the community?
Well, as I think anybody who ever has lived or worked in the Ohio Valley knows, athletics in this community is very important, particularly at the high school level. A lot of us have been, student athletes and, been able to benefit from this relationship as well. Overall, we're trying to grow, particularly in the world of sports medicine. a more comprehensive program, and that's continuing to grow to really be able to treat the athletes in this community as well as the weekend warriors out there that want to keep doing what they do and be able to do it at the high level. We like to think what we're building is able to compete with and provide the same level of care as anywhere else anybody would be able to go, and that's really our goal. We want to be able to provide absolute top level care right here in the community. That's our overarching goal.
Thank you. Reporting on the sidelines, I'm Ella Hun with WJMH Sports.
All right, Ella, thank you so much. West Virginia faced with a 3rd and long. Hudson scrambling, throws over the middle, and it's going to be intercepted. The play before, he had DeMario White, but White was unable to hold on. Tried to hit White again there that time and threw it back over the middle, and the ball is picked off by Ohio. That looks like it's Luke Detling, number 8, out of Barnesville with the interception.
Yeah, 3rd and long, obvious passing situation. You saw Ohio's defensive backs back off and play that soft zone coverage, and it's difficult to throw the ball back across your body late in a play like that, and that's what happens. It's intercepted.
That's a no-no. We'll tell you that all the time. Never throw the ball back over the middle. And unfortunately for Hudson, it resulted in an interception. So Ohio back with the football, already leading 7-0, and they have the ball on the West Virginia 42-yard line. This is Isley, throws it out near side and right on the spot to make the tackle for West Virginia. Tristan Walker out of Parkersburg South High School. Sabrin Felton made the catch, and just as he did, he was attacked. Here's a replay on the pick.
Yeah, back across your body, over the middle of the field. Defensive back draped all over him. You can't do that. And Ohio set up with excellent field position.
Yeah, Luke Detling that was from Barnesville with the excellent effort on the play there on our health plan replay. Gave the ball back to Ohio, but a great play on first down for West Virginia from Tristan Walker. So it's 2nd down and 13 now for Ohio. A loss of 3 yards on that first down play. Here's Isley rolling the pocket, receives some pressure, gets the pass off, and it's pulled in for a short gain. Parker Hutton out of Harrison Central High School with the reception that time. They'll mark him out right at about the 41, so only a gain of about a yard or so. It's going to bring up 3rd and long. Well, more than that because they were 3 yards. So a gain of 4. Gain of 4, and brings up 3rd down and 9.
Hutton's his check down on that play. He had an initial read deeper than that. It was actually Jason Costello. Couldn't get it to him. Had a tight window he had to foot the ball into, and so he had to check it down to Parker Hutton and did a nice job to pick up what he could on that busted play.
So it's 3rd and 9 for Ohio. They have the ball on the West Virginia 41-yard line. Isley still in the shotgun there for Ohio. Little motion for Ohio that time. Isley will take the snap. Looks like they're trying to set up the middle screen, and it is intercepted. No, incomplete. Nearly an outstanding play made that time by Gavin Moore out of Brook, but boy, West Virginia blew up that middle screen, and they were all over it. They did not really pressure Isley on that play and did an excellent job to just kind of hang back and let that play come to him. So it's going to be 4th down and 9. Looks like West Virginia will keep, looks like Ohio will keep Isley out there. He could also punt, though. He could pull up a short punt here if that's what they elect to do. We'll see if they decide to go for it, though, on 4th and 9 from the West Virginia 42-yard line.
Under 10 on the play clock.
We're down to 5 now. They're going to have to hurry. And they just get it off, and they will go for it. Isley out to the near side, and just too tall for his receiver. So Ohio will turn the ball over on downs. Mac Pettigrew was the intended receiver on the near side. So excellent job by the West Virginia defense. Put out there with their backs against the wall.
Yeah.
And they don't give up much yardage at all. And the Mountaineers will take the ball right back over at their own 42-yard line following the turnover.
So now it's a chance to reset if you're West Virginia offensively.
West Virginia with the ball, 1st and 10. And Corey Lyons with a big gain. He's into Ohio territory and finally run out of bounds at about the 35-yard line.
Luca Ferreira, number 63, the pulling guard, had an excellent block to really seal that and allow him to pop through the middle.
1st down.
So a gain of big run there for West Virginia.
Yeah, and after what we saw in the first series in the third and long interception, I think it is imperative that West Virginia pick up decent yardage on first and second down to stay out of those third and longs.
1st and 10 for West Virginia. Ball now is on the Ohio 35-yard line. Here's the handoff. Give it in the backfield. That's Moore from Brook. Not a whole lot of running room for him. He'll gain still 5 yards, though. Did a good job, really, to work his way up through the middle, and a good gain on first down for West Virginia. West Virginia now 2nd down and 5. And the ball is on the Ohio 30-yard line. This is Hudson in the gun out of University. Takes the snap, goes to the far sideline. The pass is caught, and good running room for Walker. Breaks a tackle. He's over the 10, inside the 5, and finally taken down at the 2-yard line. 1st and goal for West Virginia. Hudson hits Tristan Walker, who made one man miss and did a nice job to pick up big yardage, and it's 1st and goal for West Virginia at the Ohio 2.
No better way to attack soft coverage than a quick little smoke screen like that. Get the ball out in space and allow your players to use their athleticism.
West Virginia 1st and goal from the Ohio 2-yard line. Hudson still in the gun. That's Gavin Moore from Brook on his left side. Hudson will take the snap. Gives it to Moore, and Moore will take himself right into the end zone for the West Virginia touchdown. And the Mountaineers are on the scoreboard. 2-yard run there from Gavin Moore out of Brook High School. Puts West Virginia on the board, and we'll await the extra point try from Connor Fitzpatrick and see if we're about to have a tie score.
Anthony Wachinski on the hold.
Fitzpatrick puts his foot to it. The kick is up, and it is good. And with 3:48 remaining here in the opening quarter, we have a tie game. West Virginia evens it here on the health plan replay. Gavin Moore just right off tackle into the end zone. Went right over top of Tayson Starr there for the West Virginia touchdown. And we're all even at 7 apiece. All right, we're tied at 7 with 3:48 remaining in the first quarter. Back with more first quarter action right after this. The 2024 Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic presented by Huntington Bank is brought to you in part by the Health Plan, the U.S. Navy, Project Best, Bordis & Bordis, and West Virginia Northern Community College. There's a look at the 50-year All-Star reunion team from 1974. I see one guy out there very familiar to a lot of folks. He would have been coaching at Woodsfield High School then. Mr. Jay Sircosta, one of the all-time winningest high school football coaches in Ohio Valley history. Great to see him out there on the field and around it. He was involved in a tough accident last year when Monroe Central was playing at Shenandoah. Actually broke his leg and his hip when he was hit on the sideline. So glad to see Jay out there getting around on the field. All right, let's head back down to our sideline reporter. Ella, what do you have for us now?
School students who may not... How can Project Best help high school students who may not want to pursue a college education but a career in construction trades instead?
So we represent all of the local unions in the Ohio Valley. Project Best can either help a kid get in touch with a union of their choice, or we like to get in touch with all of the different guidance counselors throughout the Valley, educate them on why the trades are a good option for kids, and also talk to kids straight on, too, if they would like to reach out to me or reach out to Project Best, can help in that way as well.
Thank you. Reporting on the sidelines, I'm Ella Hun with WJMH Sports.
All right, Ellen, thank you so much. The OVAC Student Athlete Achievement Award is brought to you by Belmont College. I don't have that. All right, we're back to play now here. As Connor Fitzpatrick from John Marshall ready to tee things up. His extra point has us all tied now at 7 with 3:48 remaining here in the first quarter of play. Remember, stay with us at the end of the first quarter. We have the health plan pass, punt, and kick $10,000 try. That should be pretty exciting. Looking forward to that. Here's Fitzpatrick with his foot to it. First kick went into the end zone for a touchback. This one will do the same.
And what's important about that is that ball only comes out to the 20. In college and in the pros, it comes out to the 25. It's 20 here.
That's a weapon for sure,
yeah.
that when you can keep folks from being able to return a kick or whatever and set it into the end zone. So Fitzpatrick earning his due so far with 2 touchbacks and an extra point in the game. We're all even now, 7-7 on our Huntington Bank scoreboard. 3 minutes, 48 seconds remaining here in the opening half. Cable Isley will stay in at quarterback for Ohio as they begin their third drive of the game. Also in the backfield with him, Xavier Fulks, still number 24 out of Steubenville. First and 10 for Ohio, ball on their own 20-yard line. Here's the snap to Isley. He'll keep it himself, and Isley, lots of running room outside, and Isley, a big gain up over the 35-yard line and finally taken down at about the 37. We saw him do that a lot in Mike Flannery's offense, running the pilots for the past 4 years, and you can see how slippery he is. Just put it in the belly of Fulks and then was able to pull it out and pick up some nice yardage for Ohio.
You pair his athleticism with the amount of times Coach Hayes loves to run inside zone, and if he gets that D end to crash, he's going to pull it and keep it, and he's got the athleticism to do it.
Big gain for him. Gain of almost 17 yards there on first down. Isley to throw this time. Flush from the pocket, some pressure from West Virginia. Isley will get to the corner, he'll just keep it himself, and finally runs out of bounds at about the 39-yard line.
Keeper play, Cole Coburn.
So about a yard gain there. It's a slow developing play, the flood concept here to the near side, and if he doesn't find anybody open, especially with the zone coverage that West Virginia's playing on the back end, he has that ability to take off and run with it. Only gets about, 2 yards, but that's still better than an incompletion.
Yeah, able to pick up some positive yardage right there, despite being forced from the pocket by West Virginia. So second down and 7. Here's Isley again with Fulks in the backfield. He'll give it to Fulks this time. And Fulks right up the middle will gain a few yards up near about the 45-yard line. And it'll bring up a third down and short now for Ohio.
In a spot where they have to feel very comfortable with their ability to lean on the running game. Maybe drop one of those reads again with Isley and Fulks.
So third and short for Team Ohio. Ball on their own 45-yard line. We're under 3 minutes to play here in the opening quarter. Isley gives it to Fulks and nowhere to go that time. Boy, the West Virginia defense was right on it. Elias Pugh out of Weir High, number 79, with a great tackle right at the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, so what you start to do to counter that is alter your technique. Okay, you take a step outside like you're going to take the quarterback, and then as soon as you know he's going to give it, so as soon as he does, you crash inside and take him down right at the line of scrimmage.
Big stop for West Virginia. Their defense has stood tall here on these last 2 drives, and Ohio is going to be forced to punt now as they're still on their own side of the 50-yard line. In to punt for Ohio is number 14. That's Brady Hastings out of Buckeye Trail. This is Jared Marsh back for West Virginia to receive it. Marsh looking for a block. He'll get away from maybe the first tackler and then a decent little return up over the 30 to about the 31-32-yard line is where they will officially mark him down. West Virginia takes the ball back over and a tie game, 7-all. Now with a minute 54 remaining in our opening quarter. Hey, folks, a reminder, we hope you'll visit our OVAC website. You can visit us on the web by going to www.ovac.org. You can find all you need to know about all the schools right there at your fingertips. First and 10 for West Virginia. They're on their own 32-yard line. Changing quarterback this time now for the Mountaineers. And the keep that time was by Atlee Cowan out of Lindsley, and he is sacked in the backfield, taken down by Hastings, number 14, out of Buckeye Trail. So Atlee Cowan quarterback out of Lindsley, now in the game for West Virginia here late in the opening quarter.
Yeah, it looked like a busted play there. Maybe he wasn't sure if he was supposed to hand that off or keep it himself, and just did the wisest thing he could do and hold on to the ball, protect it, and go down.
So a loss that time on the play of about 5 yards, second down at 15 from the 27-yard line. Here's Cowan. He'll look to throw it out to the near side. There's DeMario White with the catch. White looking for a block. Gets one over the 35 and finally forced out at about the 41-yard line. Gain of about 14 yards on that play. Huge play for West Virginia on second down. White showing some of his speed right there that he used in the Mark Caesar offense.
Yeah, huge block out of Stevens as well, out of Wheeling Park, to really spring that and allow him to get so close to the sticks.
And Keon Stevens with an excellent block there on the corner. As you said, that really made that play and allowed White to pick up nearly enough yardage for a first down. So 3rd and a yard from their own 41-yard line. Cowan in at quarterback. Trip set up to the near side. The give in the backfield will go to Moore, and he'll have a first down easily as he churns his way ahead for a gain of at least about 5. And a great job there by the West Virginia offensive line, really opening that hole up for Moore. He had plenty of running room to pick up the first down. They'll mark him down just at the 45-yard line.
Yeah, and I love the bunch set and the wide splits. Get all those defensive backs and maybe even a safety or two to come down and get out of the box so you have a bit extra room to run the football.
1st and 10 for West Virginia now on their own 45-yard line. Twin receivers to each side. Cowan still in a quarterback in the backfield now. This is his first drive of the game. Moore to his right. And Cowan will keep it, looking for some blocking, and he'll slide down at about the 50-yard line. Gain of 5 yards on the play for Cowan.
Yeah, same thing Isley did for Ohio just on the previous series. You're reading that defensive end, and a nice job by Cowan to slide and get 5 yards.
Positive gain on first down. Clock is under 20 seconds. See if West Virginia elects to run another play. They do not have to with where the play clock is. And it appears they're just going to take this to the end of the first quarter. And so after one quarter, we are tied at 7-all here at Wheeling Island Stadium.
Ladies and gentlemen, that'll wrap up the first quarter.
Folks, did you know that 92% of kids ages 12 to 17 said that they didn't drink alcohol in the last month? When they say everyone is doing it, that's not really the case. The majority of teens aren't drinking, and because of parents like you, you're communicating and being a positive influence in their child's life. Visit FamilyTalkAboutDrinking.com for more information. Brought to you by your local Anheuser-Busch distributors, Muxie, Karen Bauer, Waldorf, and J.C. Mensor. And folks, time now for the Health Plan $10,000 Pass, Punt, and Kick contest.
He's going to win $10,000 courtesy of the Health Plan. If he falls short, he'll still win a T-shirt from Shirts and More as a consolation prize. So, Kenya, are you ready? The first leg, of course, able to pass.
All right, our contestant will begin right at the back of the end zone here.
Make him go the full distance. So does he have the option what he wants to do first? Does he have to pass it or punt it first?
Well, it's listed as pass, punt, and kick, so my guess is the pass is first.
I think the key for him here is to maybe get this thing out to the 35 if possible, and then you can punt it a decent ways down there and set yourself up for a decent attempt at a field goal.
I will say this, none of this is easy.
That's right. That's right. It's a lot easier said than done.
Here's the pass.
Good pass.
Pretty good
really
pass.
Good pass.
Wow, out to about the 42-yard. That's a 52-yard pass or 53-yard pass. He just threw that ball 53 yards in the air. Sign him up. Boy, if he gets a good punt off here.
That's right.
That was a great pass. Now let's see what kind of punt he gets here. And here's the big one here, the punt. Oh, that's a good punt.
As well.
Wow. Lands at the 9. That ball landed at the 9, folks. We're going to have a 19-yard field goal. Now, does he have to kick it from that exact spot, or can he bring it over to the hash?
No, he's got to bring it to the hash.
You got to kick it. Does he have to kick it from that spot? He can't bring it to the hash?
Oh, no way.
That's an awful angle.
Let's hope he has
But that's makeable. 19-yard field goal for $10,000.
I didn't quite see it. Is he left-legged or right-legged?
19-yard field goal for $10,000, folks. Oh, boy. Lined it up. Here we are. And he topped it. Oh, how frustrating. Right there. But, boy, I'll tell you what, that pass and punt might have been two of the best that I've ever seen in this contest.
Ladies and gentlemen,
that was an excellent effort on his part. That stinks. Boy, so close. Great job. Great effort. I'd still probably be back at about the 30-yard line at my own end. So nothing to be ashamed of there. That was a great effort. Good job. We're after one quarter, we're tied up 7-7. So both teams offensively have seemed to find a little bit of a rhythm. But West Virginia's defense has done a great job these last two drives on that Ohio offense.
They've made some adjustments, especially with their defensive line and the way that they're playing, and they're backing it up with good coverage at the back end.
So it's West Virginia ball as we start the second quarter here. They have 2nd down and 5 right at midfield. Atlee Cowan is still in at quarterback for West Virginia. He's joined in the backfield by Gavin Moore. Also Nick DeProspero now back in there as a sidecar. They're going to toss it around. No, it's going to be a pass. Malachi Strohmeyer has a receiver. Gatling. They had Walker.
Yeah.
And Strohmeyer, of course, who's Weir High's quarterback. Boy, he laid a ball in there just a little short.
And Walker would have walked right into the end zone had he caught that. That's an excellent job and an
excellent
effort
by Detling defensively. He's made a couple of huge defensive plays already, has an interception, and now that pass deflection. Let's go back down to Ella on the sideline. Ella?
A great effort by our contestant. The OVAC thanks the health plan for bringing back this contest. So tell us why the partnership with the OVAC is important to the health plan.
So the health plan's mission, part of it is supporting and improving the wellness of our community. And with the OVAC and the student athletes, that's supporting our mission. So we're glad to be a part of the event and supporting the OVAC and all the student athletes in our area.
Thank you. Reporting on the sidelines, I'm Ella Hun with WJMH Sports.
All right, Ella, thank you so much, and thank you to the health plan as well. You saw there on 3rd down, West Virginia unable to pick up the first down. A little screen to Gavin Moore, gained about a yard. And so it's going to bring up 4th down at about 4, and they'll bring Fitzpatrick on to punt.
And Cohen Egan, 34 in red, out of Buckeye Trail. I'll tell you what, he's been an impact player at Buckeye Trail for a long time and made an impact play there on 3rd down.
Sabrin Felton from Steubenville is the deep man back to receive the punt here from Fitzpatrick. And we have
go down?
Delay a game. And that might have been by design, quite honestly, to give
a little more room,
Fitzpatrick even a little bit more room. That might sound silly, but he does have a big leg.
Yeah, that's right.
Still 4th down.
So delay a game on West Virginia. Moves the ball back to their own 46-yard line. It'll slide Fitzpatrick now back to about his own 31.
Felton and Egan are deep for Ohio.
Snap back, and Fitzpatrick gets a high punt off. Egan will catch it at about the 15-yard line. Breaks a tackle, coming to the near side. Nearly breaks another one, but taken down right at about the 30-yard line. Joey Baker from Payton City in on the stop there for West Virginia.
Cohen's electric with the ball in his hands. Every time I did a Buckeye Trail game, he was one of my impact players and had the big 3rd down tackle and a decent punt return there.
Made the first man miss, and an excellent effort by him to give Ohio some decent field position. See if Ohio's offense can get going a little bit more, get a little more untracked here, because after that opening drive, they've kind of been stalled on these last few opportunities. Obviously, a lot of that also in part by the play of this West Virginia defense. Isley still in at quarterback for Ohio.
So we'll go to that
And
two tight
Falk
end
still in the
set
backfield with him.
for the first time. Hastings and Hutton are the tight ends.
They'll give it to Falks right up the middle. Falks will twist his way up near the 34-yard line. Gain of about 4 yards on first down. Sets up second down and 6.
It's just a trap play, the same play they ran on the first play of the game. Harper out of Steubenville coming around to get a trap block on the guard. And Folks was able to get around there for a couple yards.
Second and 6 for Ohio from their own 34-yard line. Twin receivers to the near side. This is Isley in the backfield. Gives the handoff this time to his tailback, J.J. Barton, out of Dover. And Barton gets it up to about the 38-yard line. It's going to set up third down and short. Third and about 2 from the Ohio 38-yard line.
Yeah, so it'd be tough to bet against anything else on this third down. No reason to get any trick plays out of the bag, and just, you feel like you'd have the ability to pick this up here on the ground.
Isley will come off. Tayson Starr will go in. My guess, Starr will take the snap.
Okay.
So Tayson Starr out of Barnesville, out of outstanding high school career himself running the football. He'll take the snap. Starr looks to push it forward, but West Virginia again defensively. Boy, I don't know. The official on our side has it marked at the 40, and I think they just got it. They just did get it.
He fell over the line to gain.
Boy, West Virginia has done a pretty good job plugging things up on these short yardage attempts by Ohio, and nearly had Ohio stop there again. But Starr able to push his way forward and get the first down for the Buckeyes. Keeps the drive alive as they move it just over the 40-yard line.
At the initial hit, he was short by a good ways, and he was able to fall forward and fight there at the last second to pick up the first down.
Twin receivers to the top this time. Barton's in the backfield with Isley again. They'll give it to Barton. Barton breaks a couple of tackles at the line of scrimmage, able to push his way out near the 45-yard line. Gain of close to 5 on first down.
And Ohio just continuing to run the football, maybe wearing out the defensive front of West Virginia and trying to get one of their safeties to come up and bite, get an extra guy in the box. You can read him, or you can throw it over the top if you've got one-on-one on the outside.
Falks comes back in at tailback now as Barton will come to the near sideline. Second down and 5 for Ohio.
So you've got a 7-man box for West Virginia and 7 blockers for Ohio, and that's 8 if they can read one guy. So they've got the advantage here.
We're tied at 7 here in the second quarter. There's the give in the backfield, and nice job to avoid a tackle and stay up and get solid yardage with Sabrin Felton out of Steubenville. He's going to be very close to a first down. Looks like he needed the 50. I think he's just shy. It's going to be third and less than, it looks like third and inches, quite honestly. Third and short. Felton did a nice job to get away from a would-be tackler in the backfield and turn that ball up inside and pick up good positive yardage. So third and short now for Ohio, just shy of midfield, as we're under 8 minutes to go here in the first half. 7:44 remaining in the second quarter. We're tied at 7-7. Ohio scored on their opening drive. They have not scored since. Motion here, the give in the backfield will go to Falks.
Wow.
He gets just to the line of scrimmage and then able to push his way forward just over the 50. Again, boy, these third down and shorts, they've not gotten much, but they've gotten enough.
He got hit in the back by a West Virginia defender. That's actually the push he needed to get him over the line to gain.
So another first down game there by Ohio as they continue to methodically move the football now in to West Virginia territory. Drew White from Bel Air, number 4, is out there in the backfield for the first time tonight with Isley. First and 10 for Ohio. Ball just over the 50-yard line. Isley takes the snap. He'll give it to White. White right up the middle, and West Virginia again pretty solid defensively, pretty stout right up front.
Yeah, the left side of that defensive line got excellent pushback on Ohio's offensive line and was able to bring him down. It looked like 34. Landon Taylor out of Lindsley was able to make the stop.
Noah Loy for Wheeling Central has to come out. Looks like maybe something with his helmet on that play for West Virginia, so he'll be replaced at linebacker. Not much gained on that first down. Second and close to 10. Second and a long 9 from the 49. Isley with Barton now in the backfield. Twin receivers to the near side. Isley takes the snap. He'll roll the pocket here to the near side. Looking downfield, has a receiver open, and it's pulled in and caught. Good gain there for Ohio. And Mac Pettigrew able to make the catch for the Buckeyes, and that's a first down for Ohio.
It's a flood concept that works against man because it's an out route and a quick breaking route. But if they were to go zone there as well, you can make the flat defender wrong and go low or high.
First down Ohio. Let's go back down to the field. Here's Ella with another interview. Ella?
The law firm does a lot of great things to give back to the community, one of those being the Bordas & Bordas OVAC Football Scholarship. Tell us more about these efforts and how they help the law firm give back to the community.
Well, the Bordas & Bordas Football Scholarship is a small part of a bigger piece, and that's that the firm is so proud to be a part of the OVAC. In fact, part of the Bordas & Bordas Shield, one of the 4 quadrants on it represents community. So you really can't find a better community event than this OVAC All-Star football game, and really all the events that the OVAC puts on. But it's not just about the football game, it's about the players, it's about the cheerleaders, it's about the band members, and it's about the Queen of Queens. So not just one game and not just a few hours on a Saturday night that this is put together. It's put together over a long period of time, and it has a lot of parallels with the firm. You know, you're not just successful overnight. A lot of people are working hard, and a lot of people behind the scenes work to make sure that that things are the best that they can be, and that's what the OVAC's done, and that's what we're proud to do at Bordas & Bordas.
Thank you so much. Reporting on the sidelines, I'm Ella Hun with WJMH Sports.
Okay, Ella, thanks so much. Second down and 5 here for Ohio. Ball given to Fulks in the backfield, and Fulks will have a first down for Ohio. Gain of about 6 yards on the carry that time for number 24, Xavier Fulks.
Excellent block by 63 Griffin Fogel, the former Red Devil, was able to come around to the left side on a trap block and open that up for Fulks.
Ohio just continuing to slowly move the football down the field, picking up first downs here and just decent chunks. The big chunk play, of course, was the pass to Mac Pettigrew. Of course, his brother, Ray, played in this game just a year ago. We have a lot of generational players who are playing in this game this year, a number of players who have family members who have participated in this game through the past. Here's Isley again. There's motion in the backfield, and the give is to Pettigrew. Pettigrew looking to get around the corner, breaks a tackle. Ball's in the air. It's loose. And looks like it was pulled in out of the air unbelievably by Barton. It was.
Treated that like an onside
kick. That ball was just in the air, and luckily for Ohio, J.J. Barton was able to go up and high point that football and bring it down. Watch this again.
Health plan replay.
You see Pettigrew with the carry there, and then the head
helmet
right there knocked the ball out. Colson Wisterman, number 12 from Cameron, put his helmet right on the ball. Nearly a turnover, but Barton able to snag the ball right out of the air.
Yeah, watch Barton come in. Silver helmet on the left side of the screen.
And
jump up and high points it.
You know, on the play, we had a holding penalty on Ohio. So it's a 10-yard penalty. That'll move the ball back. It's still first down.
It's one eventful snap, I'd say.
Yeah. So ball comes back to about the 34-yard line. And it'll be first down and 20 now for Ohio. So a big penalty there. Moves them way back. Here's Isley looking to throw the football. Isley pressured. He's just going to keep it himself. Cable Isley gets around one man. He's at the 20 and down to about the 14-yard line. Looks like he picked up all the yardage. Just shy, maybe. They're going to mark him down at about the 15-yard line. Looks like it'll be second and less than a yard for a first down. Great effort there by Isley. We talked about it, his ability to just tuck the football and run. And he's shown it a couple of times. And especially on that play right there. Huge gain for him and for Ohio.
Yeah, they've been using that jet action, that motion across the field all series. You had to know they were setting something up. Coach Ace is a great play caller and setting things up for later in a series. And he actually had Hastings open downfield for a split second. Might have been able to fit it in there, but he took it off and ran and got excellent yardage.
We've got a timeout on the field. West Virginia will take the timeout. It's their second timeout of the half. 4 minutes and 10 seconds remaining here in our opening half. We're all tied at 7. Back with more action right after this. A special thanks to the media partners of the 2024 Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Football Charity Classic, presented by Huntington Bank. AM 1600 WKKX and AM 1370 WVLY. Lamar Advertising. And WTRF 7 News. 4 minutes, 10 seconds remaining here in our opening half from Wheeling Island Stadium. Our side of the stadium, the press box side, the Ohio side, still being bathed and baked, if you will, in the sunshine here at Wheeling Island. West Virginia side, where the band is, we'll hear them at halftime. Can't wait for that, McDonald's All-Star Band. They are in the shade right now. They'll be out on the field soon, though, working hard. Hey, the OVAC's 20th annual inductions for the OVAC Hall of Fame are coming up. They will be on Saturday, August the 10th at West Banco Arena. And congratulations to all the members of this year's class. On second and short, the give is to Fulks, and he'll work his way up to the 10. And that's going to be a first down for Ohio. See if it's first and goal. I think he is just at the 10 or over. So
Fulks is the ball carrier.
A little bit of chirping going on back and forth down
Player
the
lost his
side.
helmet there for West Virginia. That was Anthony Baczynski, number 3. That's going to be first and goal for Ohio from the West Virginia 10-yard line.
And he was fighting with Felton out of Steubenville down there, and they were getting into it as Felton tried to block him, and helmet came off, and just glad to see that it didn't go any further than that.
Here's Isley. Gives the ball to Fulks. Fulks up the middle is taken down by Wisterman at about the 7-yard line. He'll go down to about the 6, so a gain of 4 on first down. Second and goal now from the West Virginia 6-yard line.
And there's nothing wrong with it. If you're Ohio, there's nothing wrong with using clock.
And we're down to 3 minutes or so and some change, almost 3 minutes now, remaining here in the opening half. In a tie ball game, 7-7. Remember, West Virginia won the toss. They deferred. They will get the ball to start the second half. Tayson Starr from Barnesville, number 1, is in the backfield this time on second and goal from the 6. Isley will give it to Starr. Starr up the middle over the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. So it'll be third and goal now from about the 3. So third down and goal for Ohio. So the clock continues to wind. They could take it under 2 minutes here on this play if they elect to take their time and try to drain as much of the clock as possible. Starr's going to come back in, and it looks like he'll be at quarterback once again, taking the snaps as Isley will go off to the sideline.
And he's got 2 blockers.
2 blockers to his right, so you would assume he's coming this way. Starr, high snap over his head. Ball is loose, picked up. Oh, Keon Stevens picked it up. I thought he was going to take it to the house.
I thought he was
Touchdown
too.
Saving tackle there. But what a play for Team West Virginia. A miscue from Ohio. Bad snap up over the head here of Tayson Starr. And look at this. Starr luckily got his foot, or Stevens would have been on the way to the other end zone for a West Virginia touchdown.
Here it is again on your health plan replay. Ohio had some trouble with some high snaps before the game when they were warming up. And, I don't know what it is. Nothing's different for the center, but they changed some things, and the snap is high. Probably a little eager to potentially score that touchdown. And like you said, luckily that tackle was made. Otherwise, that would have been a touchdown.
Ohio shooting themselves in the foot right there for sure, and boy, taking away almost certain scoring opportunity. Atlee Cowan in at quarterback now for West Virginia. He's going to look to go down the sideline and got a man, and it is just a little too long, intended for Stevens on the far sideline. They went to try to take a shot right off of it, and Stevens just overthrown slightly that time by Cowan.
You like the play call, just slightly overthrown. I mean, if he had one more step, he would have hauled that in. And then he would have gotten in the end zone either way.
Yeah, Stevens on back-to-back plays has been right involved and nearly made 2 huge plays for West Virginia. Clock stops with that at 1:56 remaining here in the opening half. We're tied at 7. Second and 10 for West Virginia. Ball in their own 23-yard line. This is Cowan all alone in the backfield. Cowan will throw it, and it is caught. It was a strange-looking play, but it works as a first down for West Virginia. as it was taken out to Malachi Strohmile. Kind of a jump pass there. It looked like Cowan was thinking about running it, but then saw Strohmile get open, and they pick up enough yardage for a first down. They're out to the 36. Clock winding, down to 1:40 to go here in the opening half. West Virginia with one timeout remaining. We're all even at 7 apiece. Cowan again. Lone man in the backfield. Cowan, some pressure. He'll be flushed to the near side. He's just going to keep it himself. A lot of running room, and he steps out at midfield. There's a flag on the play back at around the 26-yard line. Let's see what this is.
A lot of times that's where you see
Here
it.
from our referee, Bruce Myers. Everybody's coming back.
Cohen with the keeper play.
Oh, Cowan's long run will be coming back on a holding penalty against West Virginia.
Holding. Offense number 63. 10-yard penalty. Still first down.
It's a big penalty for West Virginia. They were about to have the ball at midfield with just under a minute and a half remaining here in the opening half.
Yeah, miscues by both teams so far. I mean, they've had success moving the ball, but then just that one mistake sets them back.
So, Ohio will call the timeout here.
Timeout of the half.
Maybe to try to get a little regrouped after that play. So Ohio still with 2 timeouts remaining. West Virginia down to 1. We have a minute 24 remaining here on our opening half of a tie game, 7-all.
And first and long, your whole playbook is open.
Hey, the OVAC is on social media. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and Instagram. That's where you'll find pictures, articles, and updates of everything OVAC. Probably a lot of pics and updates from this game here tonight out there right now. And if you take something, why not send it to the OVAC? Hey, folks, did you know that 92% of kids ages 12 to 17 said that they didn't drink alcohol in the last month? When they say, quote, everyone's doing it, that's not really the case. The majority of teens aren't drinking it. It's because of parents like you who are communicating and being a positive influence in their child's lives. Visit FamilyTalkAboutDrinking.com for more information. It's brought to you by your local Anheuser-Busch distributors, Buxy Karrenbauer, Waldorf, and J.C. Mansour.
Plus helpful insights from Common Sense digital tools. They're included with every checking account at Huntington.
A lot of young ladies there in LDT t-shirts. That's a dance studio in St. Clairsville. My daughter danced there, and they have 4 ladies who participated from their dance studio in the Queen of Queens.
That's a heck of a resume.
Competed on Thursday night at Wheeling Park. We'll find out the winner coming up just a little while here at halftime. Here's Cowan in the backfield. He'll go to the far sideline. Pass is pulled in and caught. And that's Paczynski, who will take it up over the 35 to about the 37-yard line.
So they got half of it back, and that's about all you wanted on first and super long like that. It makes it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, clock will run, but they still have time, and they still have one timeout in their pocket.
Yeah, and they can use the sidelines to their advantage as well.
2nd down and 9. We're under a minute now remaining in the opening half. This is Cowan at quarterback again. 5 wide for Cowan. He's flushed a little bit. He'll float to the near side. Still looking, and now we'll just throw it away. So this is going to bring up 3rd down and 9. Clock stops with 44 seconds remaining here in the opening half.
Smart play by Cowan. You can't take a sack in that spot of the field, and also in this point of the game with the clock going down like that.
Didn't force it either, so it brings up 3rd and 9. So a key defensive play here for Ohio. Obviously a stop. You would think West Virginia would elect to punt and give the ball back. And let's say it's an all-star game. You might go for it late in the half. Here's Cowan again. 5 wide. Cowan pressured. Will throw it and has a man, and the pass is caught and pulled in by Tristan Walker, and Walker just smartly goes down. That'll stop the clock as they reset the chains with 36 seconds remaining. They're at the Ohio 45-yard line. West Virginia back up to the ball quickly.
Yeah, Sassini's going to save that timeout.
They've restarted the clock now. West Virginia still getting set up. Obviously, this is a tough thing to do with a group of 11 players who have never played together before. Here's Cowan now. He'll take the snap. Cowan flush from the pocket. He'll go to the far sideline, and he will just run it out of bounds himself. He'll gain about 3 yards on the play. That'll stop the clock with 13 seconds to go. You know, it's something to think about here. You've got a kicker like Connor Fitzpatrick for West Virginia who has a big leg, so
and you think if you can
few
get
more yards, and I think you'd probably give him a chance here.
Tough to move
before
the football.
halftime.
Tough to move the football, though, with this soft coverage that Ohio is playing with. They're going to give up everything in front of them and then fly up and hope to make the tackle, and they're only rushing 3 every time. So Cowan really has to do a good job of move around and wait for his receivers to come open with 8 guys back in zone coverage.
And you'd probably legitimately need to pick up at least another 10 to 15 yards here to have a legit shot, I would think.
And they do have that timeout.
Do have a timeout. Here's Cowan. Cowan throws it to the sideline. It's caught, pulled in. It's first down, so the clock will stop. We'll see what they elect to do here. Do they take the timeouts?
Pass complete to Keon Stevens.
I think he did.
I think they did take the timeout.
And
so now what do you do if you're West Virginia? The ball's at the 29-yard line. It would be about a 46, 47-yard field goal from here, from the far hash from us. You elect to do that, or looks like they're getting Fitzpatrick. I see everybody give him head bumps right there. Number 10. Looks like Fitzpatrick will be the man coming out to try the field goal here. Hey, thinking that four-year college isn't for you? Well, consider a career in the construction trades. Project Best can show you how you can earn while you learn in a skilled trades apprenticeship program. No experience is necessary. Project Best works with the local building trades and local construction companies using skilled tradespersons to build everything stronger together in the Ohio Valley. For more information, go to projectbest.com. So we're down to 8 seconds remaining here in the opening half. West Virginia has done a nice job after that turnover to move the ball down the field. Saved that last time out, kept it in their pocket, burned it here with the ball at the 29-yard line. They're going to bring out Connor Fitzpatrick from John Marshall. He'll be trying a 40, no longer than that, a 51-yard field goal. Excuse me. I had it at the 29. It's at the 34.
Oh, me too.
So a 51-yard field goal attempt.
Wow. I love field goals in high school football as well.
So a 51-yard field goal attempt here from Fitzpatrick. See if Ohio tries to freeze him.
Looks like Coach Hayes is down there on the official.
Plus 10.
Timeout. There it is.
There it is. Ohio will take a timeout. Little gamesmanship, obviously.
It's not 12 minutes behind.
So they're still going to have one timeout remaining here.
And Ohio had 3 guys back deep to potentially return
Try to return the kick. Yep.
But if it's missed and they don't return it, they're at the minus 34 with potentially a few seconds left on the clock. Could just hand it off, but maybe a shot for a deep throw before the end of the half. A lot of options there if you're Ohio.
So Ohio still has one timeout remaining, so they could call one more timeout if they so choose. So this is a 51-yard field goal attempt that will be coming up here from Connor Fitzpatrick out of John Marshall. He does hold the record for longest field goal in school history, 21 of 29 field goals in his career. And he made 78 of his 84 extra points in his high school career at John Marshall.
That's impressive.
He's an excellent kicker.
And that also
this
speaks
is a
to
long field goal.
That's right.
51 yards. We'll see if Ohio likes to call another timeout or not.
They put Cohen Egan back deep.
Looks like they will not. Here's the kick. It's a line drive, and it is no good. Boy, he had the distance. Must have just pushed it to the left.
We got a penalty marker.
There is a flag on the play, though. Wait a minute here.
And if they get a couple extra yards with 3 seconds.
Running into the kicker.
Oh, wow.
On the defense.
So that makes it
That's a 5-yard penalty, I think, running into the kicker.
Yes, that makes it a 46-yard attempt.
So that'll move it up. I mean, hey, he had the distance.
Oh, heck yes, he
for
did.
51. He must have just pushed it. He didn't get a lot of height on it. It was more of a line drive, but it was.
Yeah, he did what he had to do.
It traveled the length that it needed to go, and that. But now, as you said, now we're looking at a 46-yard field goal.
Can he do it again?
So Fitzpatrick from 46 yards. The kick is up. The kick is
right?
Good. No, what? Well, do we have a timeout?
I think we had a whistle right before the snap.
We have a timeout right before the kick. Wow. Was it good? I think it was good.
I think it hit that right.
Yeah, the official.
Oh, I did not see that. Oh, man, I did not see the official.
I heard a whistle.
Whistle
I
that.
thought, right before the snap.
Nice.
We always get something a little
I was
crazy
waiting for
in
the
these
official
games.
under the goalpost to give me a call.
Yeah.
And, well, there wasn't one to give because it was a dead ball. There was a timeout before the kick.
So if he made that, which I think he did, can he make it twice?
Well, he's proven all two times so far that he has the leg. Can he do it a third time? He can get it there. By the way, also Connor Fitzpatrick from John Marshall is our back-to-back two-time defending wing-eating contest winner of our annual high school football kickoff show. And so we will have a new winner next year, but not who you normally would select as your wing-eating contest winner, a kicker.
Yeah.
But he can put the wings away. And we'll see if he can
Let's hope this ball gets some wings.
put one through the uprights. Yeah,
pass
put some
right
wings
through.
on this, right? All right, for a third time. Second time from 46 yards. The snap. Fitzpatrick, that time low and out of the back of the end zone. Not sure if Ohio might have gotten a hand on it. Oh, man, tough. And that'll be the end of the first half. We will go into the locker room tied at 7. West Virginia will have the ball to start the second half. So Ohio scored on their opening drive of the night to take a 7-0 lead. West Virginia was able to tie it at 7 late in the opening quarter to make it 7-7, and that's where we stand at halftime. We'll take a break. A lot of exciting action coming up at halftime, including the McDonald's All-Star Band and our Queen of Queens. Stay with us here on W. We're back at Wheeling Island Stadium, halftime of the 78th annual Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Game, tied at 7. Now let's go over to public address announcer Mr. Dave Flatley for the announcement of our Queen of Queens.
Ladies and gentlemen, first up, Miss Congeniality, presented by Ron Sismondo, the orthopedic sports medicine surgeon at West Virginia University Medicine. From Bel Air High School, Miss Abigail LaRoche. Our fourth runner-up, presented by Wendy Hanaski, Instructional Technology Consultant, East Central Ohio Educational Service Center. From Wheeling Central Catholic High School, Miss Jaden Burge. Our third runner-up, presented by Nathan Butts, the Executive Director of Project Best. From the Lindsley School, Miss Avery Sedlowski. Our second runner-up, presented by Scott Holt from Bordis and Bordis. From Wheeling Park High School, Savannah Burkhardt. Our first runner-up, presented by Tiffany Tankovitz from the Health Plan. From Bel Air High School, Miss Abigail LaRoche.
Bel Air's homecoming queen just got first runner-up in the Queen of Queens.
And ladies and gentlemen, our 2024 Queen of Queens,
presented by Zach Smith from Huntington Bank, and the illustrious potentate Robert Knighter from Shriners Osiris Temple in Wheeling. Your 2024 Queen of Queens.
From Cambridge High School, Maddie Enright. Ladies and gentlemen, a nice round of applause for our 2024 Queen of Queen candidates and all of our winners tonight. It's part of the 78 OVAC Rudy Mumley All-Star Football Charity Classic, presented by Huntington Bank. Coming up, the OVAC All-Star Marching Band, presented by McDonald's.
To our queen, Maddie Enright, out of Cambridge High School. And she was one of those LDT girls that I was talking to you about earlier when we saw the LDT t-shirts in the stands.
Just another example of excellence, and it goes far beyond the football field, and it goes far beyond the events that are taking place tonight. And the OVAC obviously stands for excellence and exemplifies that in everything that goes on with the OVAC acronym on it.
Yeah, it's just another excellent part of the week. Obviously, the competition was on Thursday night. This year was at Wheeling Park High School's J.B. Chambers Performing Arts Center due to the construction that's taking place at the Capitol Theater in downtown Wheeling. And, these young ladies are ladies that they prepare for this year-round. Actually, the top three girls were all LDT girls, so not to continue to say that. But Abby LaRoche from Bel Air and also Savannah Burkhart from Wheeling Park. So they all know each other quite well. So it's interesting you see things like that because you see the players that are out here on the field, and they're from teams, and they know each other and that kind of thing.
Exactly.
And so you see a situation like this as well where you have three girls, if you will, that are from the same team also from the LDT studio. Congratulations to all of those young ladies on the field right now, and just the opportunity to win their school's event and be here tonight. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights. Big play there defensively that was made for Ohio, by Luke Detling with a pick.
These replays brought to you by the Health Plan.
West Virginia will find themselves on the scoreboard later here in the opening half. Hudson here finds Tristan Walker, and Walker makes some nice moves. Able to stay up, he would get inside the 5 and down to about the 3-yard line, and then that would lead to the West Virginia touchdown on the night, which was taken in by Gavin Moore from just about 2 yards out, and this made it 7-7. Ohio's touchdown on the evening came on their opening drive and was a long touchdown toss from Isley to Thoburn to give the Buckeyes a touchdown on their opening drive. And so that was all of our scoring there in the opening half. Some good defensive plays came the way on both sides, really. Great play here, as you were talking about.
Brady Hastings
from Buckeye Trail made an excellent play there on Atlee Cowan. And this was Cable Isley. We saw him use his feet a couple of times for some big plays. This was a big play for them, but then a holding penalty moved them back, and then the high snap on a fumble.
Yeah,
right here. As Ohio looked like they were going to be going in for the go-ahead touchdown, and then Keon Stevens looked like he might take it the other way, but he was tackled by Starr. And then, of course, we had the kick opportunities at the end of the first half by Connor Fitzpatrick. We thought the second one went through.
That's right.
But there was a timeout called by Ohio, and then the third opportunity did not get to the goalpost for Fitzpatrick. So we are tied at 7 at halftime here at Wheeling Island Stadium. Of the 78th annual Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Game. And we are getting ready to be entertained by this year's version of the McDonald's All-Star Band.
Abigail Lauren, Brooke High School. Addison Long, Steubenville Catholic Central. Samantha McKinney, Brooke High School.
Jacob McNeely, Cameron High School. Joshua McNeely, Cameron High School. Chevy Minnie, Shadyside. Ayla Nelson, Brooke High School. Chloe Porter, Bridgeport. Emily Rondelich, Buckeye Trail. Brody Roman, Union Local.
Really?
Hannah Slater, Wheeling Park High School. Liana Sparling, Bel Air High School. Serena Terry, Steubenville Catholic Central. Lindsay Whitaker, Shadyside High School. And Logan Zampano, Shadyside High School. The 2024 OVAC All-Star Band Seniors.
What?
And now, ladies and gentlemen, the Ohio Valley Athletic Conference is proud to present the 2024 OVAC McDonald's All-Star Marching Band. The band is comprised of over 120 students from 20 schools across the OVAC. This year's marching band director is Mr. Bobby Moore from Shadyside High School. Ben and Amanda McPherson are the OVAC All-Star Band Coordinators. Band staff include Shelby Moore, Laura Klein, Director at Bel Air High School, Dr. Alan Klein, Hunter Ramsey, Nicholas Rothmiller, Kyle Turley, Director of Bridgeport High School, Cameron Colley, and Morgan Charlie. Dance line instructor is Cheryl Pompeo. Major ed instructor is Liza Ralston, and colored art instructor is Don Boyd. The first song in our show this year is a smash hit from 2007 by the Foo Fighters. Here is The Pretender. Our second song featuring our dance line from Fallout Boy, I Don't Care.
At least they're moving.
Closing out the first half of our show this evening, from the Killers, here's 2004's Mr. Brightside, featuring our OVAC All-Star Color Guard. Kicking off our West Virginia side show, the 2021 hit from Olivia Rodrigo featuring our majorettes. Here is Good For You. Next up, from 21 Pilots, here is Tear in My Heart. And our last song of the evening. From the band Fun, here is We Are Young.
Ladies and
the OVAC All-Star Marching Band. Ladies and gentlemen, the OVAC is proud to offer 2 scholarships for graduating senior members of the band. The OVAC All-Star Band Scholarship and the Russ Armstrong Memorial Scholarship. Those students who chose to audition for either one of these scholarships performed for a panel of judges during the past week's band camp. The OVAC McDonald's All-Star Band Scholarship is a $1,000 scholarship given to an exceptional member of the band who intends to attend college and who often choose to pursue music. Presenting the check to the recipient this evening are Brendan and Tessa Moore from McDonald's. This year's OVAC All-Star Band Scholarship recipient is Jenna Carpenter from Wheeling Park High School. Jenna will be attending West Virginia University in the fall to pursue a degree in music education, performance, and world music. The Russ Armstrong Memorial Scholarship is given in memory of a legend of music in the Upper Ohio Valley who is associated for years with the OVAC All-Star Band. This $1,000 scholarship is available to any graduating member of the band who exhibits significant musical talent and demonstrates dedication and spirit. This year's Russ Armstrong Memorial Scholarship winner is Jacob Manili from Cameron High School. Jacob will be attending Marshall University in the fall to pursue a degree in science. Ladies and gentlemen, for one last time, here is your 2024 OVAC McDonald's All-Star Marching Band.
WJMH Media is the student-run broadcasting service of Marshall County Schools based out of John Marshall High School, and they're proud to be presenting and broadcasting tonight's game, which is being presented by East Central Ohio Educational Services. During this game, students will be working the behind-the-scenes aspects of the live broadcast, including running cameras, instant replay, and directing, as well as doing sponsor and champion interviews on the air and throughout our broadcast. WJMH Media is excited and honored to be partnered with the OVAC and to have their students included on the OVAC All-Star Student Broadcast Team presented by East Central Ohio Educational Services.
It looks like we've got the fourth member of our broadcast team in the booth with us. There is a giant bee. This is the biggest bee I've ever seen. This thing is huge, and he's glad to be partnered with us. And he's not anymore. Nope. Scott, you just took care of him, so we're back to 3 members.
There you go. What a wonderful performance at halftime we had from the McDonald's All-Star Band. Wonderful having the opportunity to hear them.
And they did an incredible job, and they always do. And again, we've talked about it so often throughout the night, but that's only because it's true, right? And it's another example of excellence in the OVAC, and they sounded pretty excellent on the field.
And also congratulations to our Queen of Queens winner, Abigail LaRoche, out of Bel Air High School. She was also Miss Congeniality as well, so she won a pair of awards. We are at halftime here. We're tied at 7 with West Virginia and Ohio. Let's go back down to the sideline, and Ella has another interview for us. Ella.
What is the Echo Center, and what are its future plans for the community?
The Echo Center is an extension of the East Central Ohio Educational Service Center, and it's located in St. Clairsville, Ohio, on the campus of Ohio University Eastern. Our mission is to be a community center, offering a variety of programs and services. So to do that, we have partnered with a variety of organizations. So Ohio Hills Health, Trinity, Silver Sneakers, proudly serving Starbucks is coming. And most notable tonight, given our venue, the OVAC, as of July 1st, now has its headquarters in the Echo Center.
Thank you so much. Reporting on the sidelines, I'm Ella Hun with WJMH Sports.
Thank you, Ella. Had the opportunity to visit the refurbished Echo Center recently. It's out there for an OVAC softball meeting. The facility is beautiful. The gym looks wonderful. The floor's all completely redone.
It's a great spot. I'm there almost every day
trying to
get some work in, and right off the campus of Ohio University Eastern. So I try to get in there as much as I can, and just so thankful that they have invested in the youth, which I think is more important than anything. When a community invests in its youth, and they do a phenomenal job with that.
Well, as we get ready to start the second half here, it'll be West Virginia that will have the ball first. They won the toss and deferred to the second half. Of course, when we left you at halftime, West Virginia had a field goal opportunity that was no good, so we stayed tied at 7 apiece here at the half. And Ohio got off to a great start. Yeah. They went down the field.
80 yards.
Big touchdown pass from Isley to Thoburn, but since then, the West Virginia defense has done a nice job to slow them down, and they've kind of slowed themselves down a little bit as well. We saw the big turnover when they were driving late in the opening half for what would have been a great scoring opportunity, but a bad snap over the head of Tayson Starr turned it over, gave the ball to West Virginia, and the Mountaineers were able to take the ball down the field and nearly turn it into points before we got into halftime.
Yes, so each team has scored a touchdown, and outside of that, each team has had the ball 4 times. Outside of the 2 touchdowns, it's been a little bit of a slow, sloppy game. You've had a turnover on downs, a punt and a fumble for Ohio, and an interception, a punt, and a missed field goal for West Virginia. So 1 turnover for either side as well. And, of course, we had that near turnover down here where Ohio fumbled the ball way up into the air, and I think J.J. Barton did a nice job to go up and grab it and avoid a turnover, but they ended up fumbling on that series anyway. But it's all back to 0-0 at this point. And both teams looking to reset.
1 half of play remaining here from Wheeling Island Stadium in the 78th annual Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Classic. Jacob Meager from St. Clairsville High School is the kicker that'll get us back into play. West Virginia will drop back Demario White, and I believe that's Keon Stevens as well from Wheeling Park.
And the one time Ohio has kicked off, Meager squibbed it through the middle.
You're right.
And West Virginia was set up with decent field position at the 30-yard line. So interested to see what they'll do here.
We are ready to get things started here in the third quarter. Here is Jacob Meager, and he will just pooch it up through the middle of the field. Loose on the field, finally picked up by Paczynski from Brook, and he'll lose a couple of yards after he initially came up with the football, but still good field position for West Virginia. They'll start at about their own 33-yard line. So second time tonight we've had a chance to watch Ohio kick the ball off, and apparently that is their concept. They're just going to kind of pooch it and not give Walker or Stevens an opportunity to try to return it.
Yeah, and you give some, you get some. It's a compromise. There's the opportunity for West Virginia to fumble that, but there's also the good field position that you're giving up.
West Virginia will take over 1st and 10 here on their own 33-yard line to start the second half. Balls give up in the middle there by Corey Lyons, and Lyons will take it up over the 35. Also a new quarterback for West Virginia now, number 16, the third quarterback of the night. Maddox Bowers out of Morgantown High. Of course, his dad, John Bowers, is a Hall of Famer from Brook High School, former head coach, current athletic director at Morgantown High. Maddox had an outstanding career for himself at Morgantown, getting his first snap of the evening. He's second all-time leading passer in school history and third in touchdown passes at Morgantown. Bowers will roll the pocket to the near side, looks for a man. He has DeMario White, but a great tackle by Tayson Starr was all over White. Number one on number one that time, and nowhere for White to move once he made the reception.
We talked about it before the game. You got to be able to tackle in the open field, and Starr did an excellent job there. They're in zone coverage. They actually put two safeties back deep, so they're playing safer in the back end. They give up the catch underneath, but they make an immediate tackle. Starr does to set up third and kind of medium to long here.
Big play here for West Virginia offensively on a 3rd down and 7 to try to keep this drive alive here as we get ready or get started here early on in the third quarter of action. Trips to the near side here, single receiver to the far side. Snap back to Bowers. Looking to go up for Walker, and Walker caught up in the press coverage a little bit there, but we've got a flag. Might be a holding, a defensive holding.
Penalty came in
Sabron
fairly
Felton
late.
on the coverage.
Like after the ball hit the ground, the penalty came in.
See if we have a defensive holding here. Looked like Walker could not get off the coverage from Felton,
right.
and that is what we have.
Looked like clean coverage from up here, but he must have had a handful of the jersey, and that's why the pass was so far ahead.
Offense, number 15. 15-yard penalty. First down.
Defense, number 15, Sabron Felton. Both players were number 15 on that play. Tristan Walker, the offensive player from Parkersburg South, and then Sabron Felton, number 15 from Steubenville, the defensive player. So it was defensive holding.
That's a big break for the West Virginia side.
And again, a situation where Ohio really shoots themselves in the foot. They're going to get off the field on 3rd down.
Yep.
And then a holding penalty cost them a first down. And so that'll move the ball out to the 46-yard line. 1st and 10 for West Virginia on their own 46. This is Bowers at quarterback. He's got trips to the near side.
Oh, that's a mismatch.
Bowers down the middle of the field has Walker, just overthrows him.
He also had Gavin Moore wide open, working on the linebacker, Trenton Davis, on a wheel route that he, I'd assume, didn't see, but that would have been a sure touchdown if he was able to put that ball on him.
So 2nd down and 10. West Virginia takes the shot right there.
And it looks like Ohio's got man coverage to one side and zone to the other side.
We've seen, at least here on 2 of the early plays with Bowers in there, West Virginia's going to look to put the ball in the air.
Yeah.
So saw Lions there on 1st down, got a nice carry, but since then, really, they've gone up top with Bowers at quarterback.
See, Felton walked up top.
They will give the handoff inside. This is Gavin Moore from Brook. Gain of about 2 on 2nd down, so it's going to make it 3rd and about 8 for West Virginia. So another 3rd and long situation. Can Ohio get off the field this time?
And avoid making the mistake that hurt him last time, the defensive holding on Felton.
Third and 8 for West Virginia. Ball's on their own 47-yard line.
10 on the
They're
play
gonna
clock.
send trips to the far side. Keon Stevens is the lone receiver here to the near side. Snap to Bowers. Pocket collapses, and so does Bowers. He is taken down by Perry Patron, I believe, or was that Graham Baker?
I think they both got
Graham
in there.
Baker was in on the tackle, number 56. And also Peyton Gorby, number 53 of Steubenville. All over Bowers that time. Looked like Bowers had time in the pocket, and then all of a sudden it was just gone.
And I believe that's the first sack we've seen all evening. And those are drive killers.
Here's a look at again on the health plan replay, and just
out of nowhere. It was actually 51 and...
Yep, 56-51. Alex Beaver of Union Local was also in on that. It was Baker that made the tackle, made the sack.
And once again, 2 players deep for Ohio on the right side.
Fitzpatrick into punt, and we've got...
delay of game or a timeout?
Another delay of game, I think.
Really, what are you doing?
Clock is at 0, so... West Virginia's done that a couple of times now tonight. First time I thought might have been for room. This time was not.
Yeah, they're yeah. You can't quite defend
want
it
to give
this
up
time.
5 more yards here.
Especially 2 outstanding athletes standing back at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, you got Mac Pettigrew back there along with Cohen Egan. And here's the punt from Fitzpatrick. A little wobbler. High kick. Going to get a decent bounce, but it's sideways now. West Virginia would do well to down it, and they do. Down there by Joey Baker, number 9, out of Payton City. Not a bad punt, but Ohio's going to come out of here with good field position at their own 37-yard line.
Black stuff isn't crunchy.
See if Ohio can get this offense rolling once again. I mean, it was rolling there late in the second half, but then second quarter, that is. But then they really killed themselves by the high snap that was a turnover.
Yeah, I think after a sloppy first half, towards the end of that first half for both teams, both of them were kind of eager to get something going in this second half. Obviously, West Virginia threw the ball a ton on that previous series. We'll see if Ohio elects to do the same or if they'll give it off with Folks in the backfield.
Well, still Isley at quarterback for Ohio with Xavier Folks in the backfield. On first down. The give is to Folks. He'll try the middle, and not much happening there.
Right,
West Virginia pretty strong defensively once again.
How patient will Ohio be? Will they get bored of taking that profit and getting a couple yards every time they hand the ball off, or are they going to get eager and want to throw the ball? Obviously, it depends on what happens here on second down. I mean, you can't run the ball for no yards and then do it again, but we'll see. I mean, if it works, it works.
Landon Taylor in on the tackle there out of Lindsley, along with Jordan Beasley of Wheeling Park, playing those 2 down tackle positions right now for West Virginia. Gain of about 3, second down and 7. Isley and Folks in the backfield. Twin receivers go to the far side.
Also got an 8-man box they're working against.
There's motion back to the near side. That's Hastings. Here's Isley rolling the pocket. He'll go downfield and too tall, intended for his receiver that time. It goes out of bounds and incomplete. Jared Marsh was on the coverage that time for West Virginia. And the incomplete pass will bring up 3rd down and 8.
So now you have to throw it or maybe dump off some sort of screen here and try to get all you can. Maybe a safe play call, not to make any kind of mistake at this part of the field.
We're down to 7:25 remaining here in the third quarter of play. Big 3rd and long situation now for Ohio. Ball on their own 40-yard line. Isley and Folks in the backfield. Felton will now go to the far side, trips, and I think we're going to take a timeout. Ohio is, Anthony Hayes wants a timeout, and he'll get one. With 7:25 remaining here in the third quarter, and his team facing a 3rd down and 7 situation. You know, Coach Hayes had an outstanding year last season. He went 9-3, made it to the second round of the playoffs in Division V, Region 17. Of course, he's a Harrison guy. He's a 1996 grad of Caddis High School. Been coaching now for 21 years. 6 years now as head coach at Harrison. Was also the East District Division V Coach of the Year a season ago, and now has a record of 31-28. So he's done an outstanding job at Harrison Central and just has continued their winning ways for the Huskies. And Frank Cicini, of course, had an outstanding year a season ago, too. His team went 11-2. He was the OVAC 4A Coach of the Year. He's a Brook grad. He's also coached at Brook and Steubenville. Been coaching for 25 years, 12 of those at Weir. 4 seasons now as the head coach. He's 22-17. And he coached in this game before. He was an assistant on the West Virginia staff back in 2010.
Anthony Hayes, even back when I played for him, I think one of the things that pays off for him is his ability to connect with his players and really resonate with them.
Isley to the airs, got Felton for a first down and more into West Virginia territory, down to the 39-yard line. Big play there. Isley to Felton once again. So a big chunk play for Ohio. Moves the ball into West Virginia territory. They'll give him the 36-yard line. First and 10 for Ohio. Ball on the West Virginia 36. And a tie game, 7-all, as we close in on 7 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. This is Isley alone in the backfield, 5 wide. He's going to roll the pocket and quickly go to the air and pulled in and knocked down immediately that time. Mac Pettigrew. A hard hit from behind, but he's able to hold on for a short gain of about 3 yards. Tristan Walker with the hard hit from behind that time on Pettigrew, but a good job to hold on to the football.
Yeah, in zone coverage, Walker's the flat defender. He lets the out route develop and make the grab, but he's able to fly up and make the hard hit and almost knock that ball free. But nonetheless, only a gain of 2 or 3 maybe.
2nd and 7 now for Ohio. They're on the West Virginia 33-yard line.
Supposed to have the last one. I'm supposed to be safe.
Stay with 5 wide. Isley
not really. Bring it here.
In the shotgun here. Trips for us to our near side.
Elizabeth, get your butt in
Isley
here.
with the snap. He's getting pressure up the middle, able to get away from the initial pressure, then finds a receiver. Pass is caught and pulled in for a first down for Ohio.
If you remember,
Lee Anthony Sewell, the receiver.
Towards the end of the first half, this is kind of what West Virginia was looking to do. A lot of spread sets, and Ohio had very soft, conservative zone coverage on the back end, and so you have to wait for your routes to develop with, 7 or 8 guys back in coverage, and he did a great job there to find his open man.
West Virginia got pressure on him that time, but you saw Isley's ability to scramble and to move while still keeping his eyes downfield looking for a receiver. And he picked up yardage for a first down. It's 1st and 10 for Ohio now. Ball is on the West Virginia 18-yard line. They'll stay with their 5 wide concept here. Motion back to the near side, and the handoff is given to Barton. Barton stays outside, and a touchdown-saving tackle probably there by Jared Marsh from Wheeling Park. Gain of about 6 yards, 7 yards on the play.
And great job by Barton to use his left leg and plant in the ground and cut back. Otherwise, that would have been strung out for a loss. But he's able to fight forward and make something out of nothing and pick up about 6 yards.
Yeah, they'll give him 6 yards, so it'll be 2nd down and 4 from the West Virginia 13-yard line. We're now under 5 minutes remaining here in the third quarter in a tie game, 7-all. Trips again to the near side now for Ohio. There's motion from Barton again. He'll go to the far side. And here's Isley taking the snap and rolling the pocket. Pressure coming from Moore, and the pass is incomplete. Well, Gavin Moore ran him down and forced Isley to throw that sooner than he wanted, and it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 3rd down and 4.
And it doesn't help Isley that West Virginia had that covered pretty well in the back end.
Pretty good job covering, and Moore with good speed to close quickly on Isley. He chased him down. He ran all the way across the field to chase him down and force that pass from Isley a little sooner than he wanted. So 3rd and 4.
You saw Xavier Folks came back onto the field.
Ball on the West Virginia 13-yard line. Folks, as you said, now back out there. He's behind Isley here. Switch to his left side. And here is Isley. Pressure up the middle. Steps away from that. More pressure. Stays on his feet. He's going to roll the pocket, and he'll be knocked out of bounds at about the 9 yards. He's going to be very close to a first down. I think he has it. He's going to have it. He's over the 9-yard line. That should be an Ohio first down. See where they mark it. At least it looked like the initial mark on the sideline that he had it.
We've got 4th down.
No, they're going to say short. I thought they had marked him over the 9 on the near sideline. They put it behind the 9. So it's 4th and about a half a yard. And Ohio's going to go for it.
Obviously a spot on the field where you would go for it. And
again, you see Isley come to the sideline with Starr, but here comes Isley in as well now. 4th and less than a yard. Clock's winding down. See if they can get the snap off in time. They do, but a high snap again. Ball's loose on the field, and it's still loose. West Virginia picks it up. This is Walker. Tristan Walker will take it back for a West Virginia touchdown. For the second time tonight, a high snap by Ohio turns into a scoring opportunity for West Virginia. And this time, Walker's able to pick it up and run it back for a West Virginia score.
And if you look at the similarities between this high snap and the previous high snap, you have to think it's just the adrenaline of really wanting to pick up that first down and push forward. Because again, on the previous time, it was a short yardage situation. They were trying to go fast and snap the ball. They were eager to get it off and move the sticks. And he just snapped it way too high in that case. And West Virginia, Ohio caught a break the last time, tapping them early. This time it goes all the way to the house.
I'll tell you what, Walker out of Parkersburg South has had an excellent game tonight. He's really made a name for himself tonight in this game. We have mentioned him a number of times. Great speed, we saw it there. Here's Fitzpatrick now on to try the extra point. Baczynski with the hold. The kick is blocked. Now that could be big.
As soon as it's blocked, it's dead.
For positive yardage. So if you're West Virginia too now, you're fine just milking that clock, running the ball, and seeing if you can turn this into points. Bowers at quarterback. Lyons is to his left. Twin receivers to each side. Here's the snap. The give to Lyons again. Just kind of works his way through there, and he's going to be very close to a West Virginia first down. Needed the 37. They'll mark him down at the 38. So it'll be third and short for West Virginia. Third and about one on the Ohio 38-yard line.
And just like you mentioned at the end of the first half, you know what they have in their back pocket is a field goal, potentially, if they can move the ball a few more yards here.
And we've seen the leg of Fitzpatrick. It's been a weapon in multiple ways tonight. All right, so Bowers at quarterback. That's Lyons with him to his left. Bowers will give it to Lyons, and Lyons will push forward.
Didn't get there.
It's going to be close. I don't know that he got it. No, looks like he did not. I thought initially that he had reached it, but a great job defensively by Ohio. So J.R. Adams, 65, come out of there, and Lyons lost his helmet. He'll have to come out for the play. We'll see. I think West Virginia's just going to get up to the line of scrimmage and go again.
Yeah, there's no reason not to.
It looks like they lost about half a yard. It's fourth and closer to almost two now. Bowers will come up under center. He will keep it. He'll give it to Gavin Moore, and Moore has the first down. Well, instead of going up the middle, and I think that's what Ohio thought that Bowers would just keep it himself, he gives it to Moore. He goes off tackle, and that was open for a gain of about 5 full yards.
Yeah, I love the play call and the play design. Again, like you said, you're expecting a quarterback sneak if you're the defense there, and little handoff goes to the outside and picks up the first down.
I guess it's a gain of more like 3 yards, but it's a first down nonetheless. First and 10 for West Virginia now, as we're under 2 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Mountaineers have the ball at the Ohio 35-yard line. Bowers will roll the pocket to the far side, looks downfield, throws it, and it is pulled in and caught. They're going to say, nope, he did not come down inbounds. That was Walker who went up. Looked like he made the catch, but I guess he just did not come down inbounds.
I think the push by Felton was enough to
right into the sticks there. We might have an injured stick.
Uh-oh.
We may have to hold play for a minute while they fix the stick. Looks like the stick's okay, and it'll continue to play. Second and 10 now for West Virginia. They're at the Ohio 35-yard line. Trips to the far side. Bowers is the quarterback with Moore in the backfield. He'll give it to Moore, and nowhere to go.
Excellent job.
Great job defensively by Ohio that time. Alex Beaver back in there once again for Ohio. Javen Harper, number 73 from Steubenville, also in on the tackle. It's a loss of a yard. It's going to bring up 3rd and 11 for West Virginia. Big play defensively there for the Buckeyes.
Yeah, no doubt. And if you're West Virginia, you don't have to get it all back right here. If you can move the ball a little bit, maybe with a somewhat safe play call, and again,
get some positive yardage here, yeah.
And if you can put 3 on the board, and it
either
make it a
4th and
2-point
short,
game,
or see what you want to do there. They'll go trips to the near side. Moore still in the backfield with Bowers.
Just can't take a sack here.
On 3rd and 11. They're going to run a little flea flicker, and looked like they wanted to do a halfback pass, and Strohmeyer, oh my gosh, it's complete. Somehow Demario White caught the ball.
I don't think he lost a yard, too.
Still lose about a yard. Not as bad as it would have been if Strohmeyer had been taken down.
Doubt.
Boy, that was a wild play.
Heck of an effort to lose just a
ends
yard.
up as a loss of about 2 yards.
Wow, so
Could
at this
have been
point,
a lot more.
It's too long for a field goal, you
4th
think.
and long now. Yep.
Too close to punt it. You almost have to go for it, you think?
They're going to let the clock wind down, and they're going to go into the 4th quarter.
It's a quick third
and
quarter.
Make that decision when we come back for the 4th quarter. So we've played 3 here at Wheeling Island Stadium. West Virginia leads 13-7 over Ohio as we get ready to head into the 4th quarter of action here at Wheeling Island Stadium. Stay back, folks. Stay with us, folks. We'll be back with the 4th quarter right after this.
You're watching a WJMH Media production. We're an entirely student-run broadcasting program based out of John Marshall High School, whose goal is to connect, entertain, and inform. Along with many John Marshall High School productions, WJMH Media has also worked with WTRF, the Wheeling Symphony Orchestra, Augusta Levy Learning Center, OVAC, West Liberty University, and the Marshall County Chamber of Commerce. You can follow us on Facebook, X, and YouTube at WJMH Media.
And the OVAC reminds adults to discuss underage drinking. The Family Talk About Drinking is brought to you by the Anheuser-Busch Distributors of the Upper Ohio Valley, Muxie Distributing Company, Karen Bauer Distributing, J.C. Mensor Distributing, and Waldorf Distributing. And we're getting ready for the start of the 4th quarter here from Wheeling Island Stadium. West Virginia leads Ohio 13-7. West Virginia faced with a 4th and long situation at the Ohio 43-yard line. Doesn't appear that they're going to punt. Although you could try to punt, and you could have Fitzpatrick try to
pooch it up,
stick one into the corner. But he's going back to the sideline, it looks. No, I think he is coming out here. Yep, here comes Fitzpatrick. So they are going to punt. I think this is probably the right call.
Yeah, this is the most safe call.
Because you have a chance to try to pin Ohio deep.
Yep.
Ohio's moved the football. It's just been, once they get deep into West Virginia territory, they kind of self-implode. All right, so Fitzpatrick is in there. Beasley will run on late for West Virginia here. So we'll see if he elects to try to maybe do a little rugby punt or scramble or what.
That's a false start. That'll back him up to the 43.
Oh, no. False start penalty against West Virginia. 3 of their penalties have happened on punt opportunities.
Yeah,
2 delays and now a false start. They've been penalized more on punting than anything else tonight.
We've got, 5 days of practice? And it looks like 2
Who
days
knew
to offense, 2 days defense, and only 1 day practicing special teams.
Who knew punting issues or punting penalties would be the problem?
That's right.
Also does give Fitzpatrick a little more room to work with to avoid the end zone.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Here is Fitzpatrick now. He'll take the snap.
And now that you mentioned that may have been
and
intentional.
A little kick that'll hit and gets into the end zone. Boy, I thought it was going to have a little backspin on it, but it did not, and so Ohio comes out of that. Okay, they'll get the ball back at the 20-yard line. Trailing now 13-7. See if their offense can kind of put everything together and work the ball down the field, and this time find the end zone.
Yeah, you make an interesting point about that false start. Maddox Shriver, number 36 for West Virginia. Watching that again in my head, I think he did step out kind of intentionally and maybe make some extra room for West Virginia to punt that away.
Maybe. We have the officials talking here. I'm not sure what's going on just now. Flag. I don't see it, but there's a flag on the play.
Unless they drop one.
All right, see what Bruce has for us. All right, so we're Waiting to get the official call from our referee, Mr. Bruce Myers, as the officials are meeting here, the 39-yard line. Kim North tells me he thinks we're going to have a personal foul penalty.
We have a dead ball
There's
foul.
a dead ball.
Personal foul. Ohio. Number 53. After the change of possession. 10-yard penalty.
Half the distance.
First and 10.
So the ball will go back to the 10-yard line then. Personal foul penalty was on number 53 of Ohio. That's Peyton Gorby. I did not see it myself. I was watching the ball go into the end zone. So again, Ohio, a penalty that hurts them here.
You're
It's going
exactly
to cost
right.
them 10 yards and pin them back to their own 10-yard line now as opposed to being out at the 20. So they have been their own worst enemy tonight. This Team Ohio. Isley still in a quarterback. Xavier Fulks will join him in the backfield. See Cole Thoburn out there.
Thoburn's the one that had the touchdown, the long touchdown on their first series.
Lee Anthony Sewell.
Maybe looking to get the ball back to him.
Yeah. Jacob Meager there on the sideline. They need more than just a field goal right now, but the extra point, could they score, would be huge.
That's right.
Because it's only a 6-point game. Trips to the near side for Ohio. Here's Isley. He's going to hand it off inside. This is Fulks. Fulks breaking tackles up over the 20 to about the 21-yard line. A gain of 11 on first down, and he gets all of the penalty yards and one more back on first down.
About the best thing you could hope for on that first down play. Backed up at your own 10-yard line. Move the ball, run the football, get it out to the 21, and give yourself a little bit of room to breathe and set up this series.
So Ohio picks up 11 on first down. Fulks will come out. Tayson Starr is in the backfield now.
Zone coverage. Nobody over Cole Thoburn, number 13, in the slot.
They'll hand the ball to Starr. He'll go right up the middle, and Starr will go for about 7 yards.
And if they can continue to do that for the majority of this series, they'll be okay. As long as they don't...
Again, we've seen Ohio move the football.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
That hasn't been the problem. It's been once they get down near the red zone and on short yardage situations. Trips to the near side now. Fulks is back in the backfield with Isley on 2nd and about 4. They'll give it to Fulks again, and he's met at the line of scrimmage and nowhere to really go there that time for Xavier Fulks. West Virginia stuffed that play up. Anthony Zerbini, number 59 from Weir, was in on the tackle that time. And really, maybe a loss of about a half yard. So here we go, 3rd down and 4 now for Ohio deep in their own end. This is a big offensive play. They need to pick up a first down and try to get some momentum back on their side. West Virginia trying to come up with a big stop and force them into a punting situation on 3rd and 4. They need the 31-yard line for a first down. This is Barton, and he will have it and more right up the middle. And a touchdown-saving tackle may be here by Jared Marsh. He was slowed up going up through the middle where he might have gone the first time. Not sure who that was that got his hands on his legs. It might have been Walker. But a big run there. This is a little dive play that picks up big yardage for Ohio.
And they've been doing that all night long, as we'll see here on our health plan replay.
We've seen Barton have some big plays tonight.
Yeah, so that's that counter. They're pulling the backside guard and tackle, get the kick out in the seal, and he's able to run right behind his blockers and pick up huge yardage.
That was Baczynski, number 3, who made the initial hit on Barton that really slowed him up and allowed Marsh to run him down. But it's first down for Ohio at the West Virginia 45. Isley looking to go to the air. Flush from the pocket. Isley will be sacked. Taken down at midfield. And on the tackle for West Virginia that time, Noah Loy from Wheeling Central. And also number 64, Tyler Wise of Brook. So that's a loss of 5 yards. And it's going to make it 2nd down and 15.
We've got 3rd down on our sticks on the other side of the field.
That's incorrect. There we go. They've got it now. It's 2nd down because you had the big first down run the play before by Barton. Isley's in the backfield with Fulks. Twin receivers to each side. Motion from Barton. They'll give him the ball, but he is going to be tackled for a loss Baczynski was the first man in the backfield for West Virginia to stop the play and slows things up. Wise joined him as Brook teammate, and that's another loss, this time 6 yards on the play.
Yeah, so
It's
now
going to be 3rd and 21.
You've got to draw something up here that can hopefully get at least half of this back, and you're going to have to go for it on 4th down if you don't get it here on 3rd.
Yeah, I think there's still plenty of time. You would punt here with 8 minutes to go and try to pin them deep and let your defense do some work. But I get your point. It's getting late for Ohio. Big 3rd down play here. West Virginia trying to get pressure. Isley's going to step up in the pocket. He'll run, but he's not going to get much. He gets about 7 yards back on that play. Gets it over midfield at least to about the 49-yard line. But it's going to be 4th down and about 15.
Now in plus territory, I think Hayes might keep that.
See what they elect to do here if you're Ohio.
He's looking at the clock.
I think there's 7:47 left and you punt it.
There he goes. There goes the
And you
punt
try
there.
to pin him deep here.
Yeah. He
right?
thought about it for a moment.
Let your defense play, but because, I mean, look, your defense has been fine.
Yeah.
The last touchdown you gave up was because of a high snap.
That's right. Yeah. I think if they got maybe about 5 yards more on that play,
maybe if it wasn't 15, maybe it was 10 or less. Jared Marsh is back deep to receive the punt here for West Virginia. There's a high end-over-end kick. Marsh calls for a fair catch. He loses it. It's on the turf. Who has it? There's a fight for that football. Ohio has it. So we've seen miscues hurt Ohio. Now a miscue hurts West Virginia. Xavier Fulks was the man down there to recover the muffed punt.
Here's the health plan replay. He just took his eyes off the ball, and all those red jerseys right in front of you can be a little bit intimidating, and you hear some footsteps, and you take your eyes off the ball for even just a split second, and you can't corral it. And Ohio now takes advantage of the miscue.
See if they can take advantage of the momentum that just was able to swing their way. Here's Isley. He'll give it to Fulks, but no. Right there on the spot for West Virginia, Derek Grogan out of Wheeling Park, Tyler Wise, and that's going to be a loss of a yard on 1st down.
And that was way too easy for Krogan to get into that backfield. He was barely blocked, and he was able to get in there and take down Fulks.
I'll tell you what, that West Virginia defensive front line has done a really nice job tonight. There have been some big plays, but on the short yardage plays a lot of times we've seen West Virginia get their nose up in there. And
their defensive line and West Virginia's offensive line.
I mean, again, they've held this high-powered Ohio offense to 7 points.
That's right.
Here's the ball to the air, and this pass will be pulled in and caught and trying to come back to the near side and still on his feet. That's Mac Pettigrew. Doesn't get much, though. I think he gets back to the initial line of scrimmage, and that's about it.
Yeah, he ran about 40, 45 yards for no gain.
Back to the line to get about a yard back. West Virginia, again, did a nice job to string that out. They tried to
almost
get it
out
to
like
the sideline, but West Virginia forced him back into the middle. And really, he was lucky to not lose more yardage. And then Colson Wischerman from Cameron with the tackle. So 3rd and long here for Ohio. 3rd and a little more than 10. We'll call it 3rd and 11. Trips to the far side now for Isley. Here's Isley rolling the pocket that way. He's got time to throw it. Still time. Goes to the air, and it's incomplete.
What?
Through the hands of his receiver.
It's going to be a little warmer.
And falls incomplete, and it'll bring up a 4th down and 11 for Ohio. Pass was intended that time for Sabron Felton. And it just went through his hands.
Now I think it's almost a no-brainer. You go for it here at your opponent's 22. And if you
here
don't
you
get
just
it,
have to pick up the 11. You don't need a score. You need the 11 yards. But
and if you don't
West
get
Virginia is trying to keep the ball in front of the 12-yard line.
That's exactly right. And if you don't get it, there's still a ton of time on the clock, relatively. And West Virginia's in not the greatest position offensively if they happen to take over.
So a big 4th down play here. 5:42 remaining in our ball game. Ohio 4th down and 11 from the West Virginia 22-yard line. And we've got a flag on the play. Oh, it's offsides on West Virginia. On Ohio. They lined up in the neutral zone. Looks like Ohio lined up in the neutral zone.
False start. Offense.
They
5-yard
gave the
penalty.
encroachment penalty, I thought, there, but apparently it was a false start.
Well, they caught a break because if you notice, that snap was low. and that would have been another potential disaster for Ohio's offense.
And on top of that, another penalty for Ohio.
That's right, yeah. But you'd rather have the penalty than the fumble.
Than the turnover. All right, still have to get down.
That makes it so much more.
Looks like they have to get just over the 12 from here, from our vantage point.
4th and 11 and 4th and 16 feel so much different, though. This is big.
Fulks in the backfield with Isley. He's to the near side with us. Trips to the far side. Here's Isley. Some pressure coming for him. He's going to look to throw it towards the end zone and open and caught. Mac Pettigrew. Touchdown, Ohio. Isley, what a job to scramble, and Pettigrew open in the end zone for the score.
So when your safeties are split like that, they call that a mofo shell, middle of field open. And more often than not, they're going to split out, either a cover 2 or a cover 4 look.
And he threw him the ball.
And you saw the slot receiver going in down the middle of the field, and excellent play call and excellent play design by Ohio's staff to punch one in.
On 4th and 16. Now here's the huge extra point. Jacob Meager is out. Bad snap, and it is no good. No good. We stay tied. We stay tied at 13. And West Virginia will get the ball back with 5:32. That was a poor snap. Here's the touchdown again.
Yeah, he's going up the middle of the field. That's on the right side. Pettigrew saw him for a split second, and now he's right in the middle of the field, splitting the safeties and taking advantage of that hole in the field that they're creating defensively.
And Mac Pettigrew with the touchdown catch.
Just Mealy, go ahead. Tomorrow.
Did Ray have a touchdown in last year's game?
He did have a touchdown right here in this corner on the left side.
Right here, that's what I thought.
Big touchdown, and then it may have been Ohio. That was Ohio's
the only touchdown for
Ohio
Ohio a year ago. They lost 13-9 last year. So now it's 13 all with 5:32 remaining here in the fourth quarter. West Virginia still has 3 timeouts. Ohio has 2.
Up to this point, we've gotten everything we've hoped for, which is a great game.
Been a tight game. Close ball game, but some miscues on both sides, obviously. But let's look at the Ohio cheerleaders. They finally have something to cheer about here in the second half.
That's right. It's been a long time. Oh, boy, the sun was still in our eyes when they scored their first touchdown.
Yeah, it was really hot.
It turned out to be a beautiful evening here on the island for football.
2 touchdown passes now on the night for Cable Isley. We've seen him play quarterback the entire game for Ohio.
Got all your clothes out for tomorrow.
And now Meager to kick off. Now remember, he is kicked short every time. We'll see if West Virginia is ready for that. They have pulled their guys up a little bit. We'll see if he tries to sky one over him this time.
Deepest guy's at the 20.
He's going to do a little pooch.
Exactly
This is going to come down to Keon Stevens at the 20. Stevens looking to get outside. Stays on his feet. Gets a block. Still on his feet over the 25 and to about the 26-yard line.
It's like Trenton
West
Davis
Virginia will start there.
Caden Johnson and Trenton Davis combining on the tackle. But again, decent field position for West Virginia. Now, Ohio's defense, to your point, has played well throughout the evening. They've only given up 1 touchdown. And so they're going to have to dial up something here to get a stop. And if you're West Virginia, you got to find what works, and they've been running the football fairly well throughout the evening. If you can mix that in with some good passes, they'll have a nice drive on their hands.
So they're going to bring Atlee Cowan back in from Lindsley at quarterback. He's joined by Corey Lyons in the backfield. Trips to the near side for West Virginia. Cowan looking to throw, gets it to Lyons. Lyons with some blockers in front of him. Corey Lyons gets about 9 yards on first down. So that play looked like it might be in trouble when Cowan was receiving pressure, but able to get it away, and they get 9 yards on first down.
Worked out kind of like a screen on that far side.
So a really good gain if you're West Virginia on first down. Sets up an opportunity on second and short, and then even third and short if you need it. So West Virginia, if you're hearing again, we've talked about Fitzpatrick.
Yeah.
If you get close enough late, you might, look at a field goal opportunity here. Here's Cowan now on second and short. Ball's on the 36-yard line. That's Lyons in the backfield with him. Strohmeyer in motion. And they will give it to Lyons again. Lyons has the first down as he reaches up near the 40. Looks like they're going to mark him down at about the 38.
Okay.
Squirted out of the pout. I'll give him the 39 now, it looks like. 39-yard line. It's a first down.
And if you're West Virginia and you have to end up thinking field goal, you want to get to about the Ohio 30-yard line. I think
I'd
to
say
give
at
yourself
least
a
the
realistic
25
shot.
would be nice, yep.
Because we will go down the middle.
But you're West Virginia here, too. You just want to, if you can, keep picking up first downs. Ohio needs to find a way. First down here would be big to kind of put them in a second and long if you're Ohio's defense.
Yeah, it'll be fun. Please do it all the time.
Cowan in at quarterback. He's got Moore with him in the backfield and trips to the near side here on 1st and 10.
No, we need one.
Snap back to Cowan.
Is the
Cowan looks downfield. He's going to take a deep shot for Walker. Walker, incomplete. Wow, I thought we might get a flag on that.
I did too, because he was all over the receiver.
Never looked back.
Never looked back for the ball, and that's the rule. So I'm quite shocked.
Incomplete pass. I don't know if maybe Felton did not, or excuse me, Walker didn't do enough to try to fight for the ball.
Yeah, Felton still got his hands up like he didn't do anything.
Right.
Every year.
Incomplete pass brings up 2nd and 10. So it is a 2nd and long for West Virginia as they took the shot there.
Yeah, not a bad play call either.
Trips will come out again to the near side. Moore in the backfield with Cowan. Cowan with some pressure. Going to be flushed from the pocket, able to stay on his feet. Now looking downfield. And he's just going to keep it and try to pick up some yardage. And he's hit late out of bounds to the head. Oh, that was just a poor decision there.
Tazen Starr.
Cowan was giving himself up.
I don't think he could slow himself down.
And Starr, I think it was it Starr that ran him over?
And it doesn't help that he happened to hit him high.
You're going to get a late hit personal foul penalty here. This is going to be a big 15 yards.
That's also a tough spot to be in if you're a defender.
It's extremely difficult.
Because he's running full speed at him, you're trying to take him down, and then all of a sudden, one footstep and he's out of bounds.
I think had he tried to hold up a little bit, maybe.
Yeah.
But I don't.
It's a bang-bang play.
I'd want to see it again if we have it. I don't know if we can look back at it or not after the penalty call here.
Dead ball. Personal foul. Ohio. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Yeah, I can't remember correctly, and I don't want to say anything that's wrong, but I think Starr may have taken that last step before the ball carrier went out of bounds, and he couldn't hold himself up. But I mean, the official had the greatest view of it all right down there. So
it's a huge play because it moves the ball into Ohio territory. It's now on the Buckeye 42-yard line with 3:38 remaining here in our game.
Yeah, you start thinking about that clock a little bit too.
We're tied at 13, yep. Cowan will give it to, he'll keep it himself. And Cowan will get up over the 40 and step out at about the 40, maybe the 39-yard line. They're going to mark him right at the 40, so that's a gain of about 3. And more like 2. There was the late hit, and it looked like Starr's arm kind of came up and hit Cowan in the head there on that replay on the late hit penalty. So it's 2nd down and 8. Ball at the 40. To give to Lyons here. Lyons still on his feet. Lyons able to fight forward. Boy, Corey Lyons just continues to kind of pick his way through the Ohio defense, and he has been impressive at just picking up yard after yard. Just not big chunks, but...
And the thing that I love is his patience. If he would have taken off full speed right there, he'd have been tackled for a loss.
Very patient runner. Stays low to the ground, but keeps on his feet. Good balance. And
good
sets
vision
West
as well.
Virginia up now with a 3rd and about 3. And you would think here an opportunity that you could go for it on 4th down, obviously.
Yeah, I think it's a tad bit too far to try a field goal, especially with it being
you'd be
such a short yardage situation.
50-plus yards from here, so... Big 3rd down play here. Snap. We have a flag. I think we might have had a false start on West Virginia. West Virginia's not had too many penalties tonight, but that's going to be a big one here.
That's a tough break.
False start.
3rd and 8.
Yep.
Offense.
That's a big penalty.
5-yard penalty. go third. Just say.
You're looking at 3rd and 3, and now you're moving it back to 3rd and 8. 2:44 on a stop clock here. The clock winds now after the penalty call. We are tied at 13 in the 78th Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Classic. West Virginia leads all time, by the way, 46-30. West Virginia is 5-4 in the last 10. Of course, there was no game in 2020 due to COVID. There's a timeout taken by Frank Sassini, and that is West Virginia's first timeout of the half. So with 2:16 remaining here in our game, we'll take a break. All tied at 13 here on WTRF.com. And hey, we want to invite you to come and visit the OVAC Sports Museum. Features memorabilia from OVAC member schools. It's located on the concourse of West Banco Arena. By the way, donations are always accepted from the public. Admission is free. 3rd down and 8 for West Virginia at the Ohio 40-yard line. 2 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in our game.
Let mommy be.
Kind of a power eye set here. We'll see if DeProspero goes out. Nope, he'll stay in this time. Here's Cowan. Pressured, rolling. Cowan is going to run it. Cowan will have the first down. Cowan still in bounds. Cowan's up. Fumbles. The Bulls on the ground, and Ohio has it. Oh, my goodness.
Wow, where do you start on that play,
What a play. Cowan is going to have it 1st and goal for West Virginia. I want to see who put the hit on the ball that knocked it loose.
Okay. Don't plan on it.
Let's take a look at
J.R. Adams looks like the man who came up with the loose ball. Let's watch it again here.
So nothing open to the left side. Good decision to cut it back and just take off. Smart decision. Excellent block, actually, by 6. And then he cuts it back. I thought he was going to go out of bounds.
Payson Starr.
So Starr makes up for the...
redeems himself after the personal foul penalty, if you will. J.R. Adams is right there for the recovery. Ohio's ball, 2:03 to go, tied at 13. Here's the give to Folks. Folks gets up to about the 25.
A nice cut to get a couple yards.
Gain of 5 yards on 1st down. Ohio still has 2 timeouts, so does West Virginia.
I think if you're Ohio, you're moderately concerned about the clock. It's not the worst thing in the world if you've got to take this thing into a 5th quarter.
So it'll be 2nd and 5 for Ohio now on the West Virginia 25-yard line. Well, this game is low scoring, but it has had some big-time wild plays, that's
Everything
for sure.
you want. Everything you want in a football game.
Twin receivers to both sides. Isley in the backfield with Xavier Folks. Gets the snap. Isley, quick slant, and it's going to be pulled in and caught, but taken out of bounds quickly that time was Lee Anthony Sewell. And an excellent play again for West Virginia from Tristan Walker.
They'll move the sticks, too.
It's a 1st down, but Walker again right there and keeps it a short yardage gain, although it is a 1st down, a gain of 6. Moves the chains. They're up to the 31-yard line.
And if West Virginia is going to give you that, there's nothing wrong with continuing to take that. And that's what's available with soft coverage on the outside, and use the sidelines to your advantage as well so you don't have to use your timeouts.
Minute 16 remaining in our game. We're tied at 13. Isley, quarterback. Trips are now set up to the far side. Folks is in the backfield with Isley. Here's the snap. Isley looks to throw. Isley pressured. Isley will go down. Huge sack by Tyler Wise. Tyler Wise out of Brooke High School has made some big-time defensive plays tonight for West Virginia, and Ohio's going to take a timeout. Boy, Wise just ran him down and didn't allow him to try to get away, as you see there on our health plan replay. So now you're looking at 2nd and 17.
Are you surprised that Ohio calling the timeout? I thought for sure it'd be West Virginia. I think if you're Ohio, you want to maybe just kill the clock, make West Virginia use
I think
their
they wanted
timeouts.
to try to regroup, decide what they're going to do here. You know, are you...
I think if 2nd down
because
doesn't
look,
work out, you're running
still a minute
on 3rd
5
down.
remaining in the half.
That's right.
West Virginia has 2 timeouts left. You know, if you don't pick up big yardage here, West Virginia could take a timeout here after, depending on what happens on this play.
Yeah, I think you
and force you into a punt.
You either run it or or keep it in bounds on this one. And if you don't get it, make West Virginia pick up, or excuse me, on third down, make West Virginia use their timeouts.
This game has been entertaining for sure tonight. That is for sure. It's been a very entertaining high school football game. What a way to start the 2024 high school football season here in the Ohio Valley. So it's 2nd and 17. Ball is on the 24-yard line for Ohio. Trips to the near side. Isley at quarterback. Low snap. Isley again pressured, but finds his fullback out of the backfield, but not much happening there, though it is a positive gain for J.J. Barton. He'll get it up to about the 26, 27. Still going to be 3rd and about 15.
Wow, they're going quick.
I thought West Virginia might take a timeout, and they did.
And so now if you're Ohio, I feel like you have to run the football. Make West Virginia use their last one here before you give it back to them.
Yep. So it's 3rd and 15 for Ohio. Ball is on their own 27-yard line. I think maybe West Virginia is wondering if there should be a few seconds back on the clock, but no, I guess not. Yep. 50.
Oh, wow.
So they'll put 50 seconds on the clock.
Yeah, if you're Ohio, you could take a few seconds off here, and West Virginia calls their timeout with maybe 47, 46 seconds left. You punt it. West Virginia's going to have the ball, if this all goes the way we think it's going to, with about 40 seconds to work and no timeouts.
Well, you know Ohio's probably going to take a shot here. I mean, I don't know. You're right. If you throw and it's incomplete, you stop the clock.
If you throw it, yeah, that's right.
And West Virginia gets the ball back still with a timeout.
Exactly.
So, but if you throw it, and who knows? I mean, we've seen Isley the ability to make plays. If he scrambles and finds a wide open receiver, a loose receiver, who knows? I mean, but
yeah,
that's why these coaches make the big money,
and we don't.
I tell you what, these two staffs, they've done an excellent job here tonight.
Excellent.
Getting these kids ready. Frank Sassini and Anthony Hayes, both two outstanding coaches here in the OVAC. Both Weir and Harrison Central are fortunate to have them. And we've been fortunate to have them coach these two teams here tonight. All right, 3rd and long. They're going to throw it. Isley, nope, there's a flag on the play. And we got a false start on Ohio.
Well, they've showed their hand a little bit.
False start. Offense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down, 50 seconds on the clock.
Looks like they were thinking a deep shot, like you said.
Yep.
Now with them backed up even further. You wonder
so still
if
50 seconds on the clock since that's a dead ball penalty. So we saw there at least they were looking to throw the ball. Now they're 4 wide. Starr is in the backfield with Isley. See what West Virginia does if they rush and pressure. Looks like they will. Isley to the air, and it is incomplete. And that's going to stop the clock.
46 seconds, like we said. They're going to punt it back to West Virginia, and they have a timeout.
So now Ohio will bring the punting unit back out.
And with the way the punts have gone, I mean, you'd expect West Virginia to start maybe at their own 40, 45.
Brady Hastings will come out from Buckeye Trail to boot this one away. Keon Stevens, it looks like, will drop back this time for West Virginia. Is that Stevens or is that Walker? Can't tell. Yes, it's 13, not 15. So Hastings is your punter. Looking for a good snap. They get it. He gets a high end-over-end kick. And West Virginia will just get away from it. Takes a West Virginia bounce at midfield.
Wow.
So West Virginia has excellent field position at midfield. 36 seconds to go in the game. And a timeout in their pocket. Can you get close enough for a Connor Fitzpatrick field goal try? Or can you just try to find one way into the end zone? We'll see here in the final 36 seconds of our game. Looks like we are in for a very exciting end. It's been an exciting fourth quarter for sure.
That's no doubt.
Teams have gone back up and down the field with wild results.
And we saw an exciting game last year as well.
Here's Atlee Cowan at quarterback. He's got trips to the far side, twin receivers to the near side. Right at midfield. Cowan, the snap. He's going to look to run, and Cowan will keep it himself and go down. That's a quick play. He's got to hurry back up. They've got to get the receivers back, and that's tough when they're running these long routes. And we're now down to 20 seconds remaining in the game.
They're going to want to save their timeout.
See what they do here. Cowan
15.
gets the ball snapped. Cowan forced out of the pocket again. And he's going to throw it. It is in the air and incomplete. Woo! Tip ball there, and now we're down to 6 seconds remaining. They still have their timeout. Clock will stop here. Could you try to throw something over the middle to move the ball down the field a little bit?
I think maybe a quick out or something.
And then call your timeout and either run a final play or try a field goal.
Yeah, if you throw it over the middle, you got your timeout to use.
Yep.
If you throw it out of bounds, the thing with
but you got to be able. There's only 6 seconds, so can't go too far.
If you throw it quickly to the sideline, you control when you go out of bounds, and you control how much time is left on the clock. If you catch that ball over the middle, and there's 1 second left, do you go down? It's a much tougher situation to be in as a player.
Snap to Cowan. And it is intercepted. And that will be regulation.
I don't think there's 1 second left on the clock. I'm not so sure.
And it looks like that's going to be it unless they say there's still a second on the clock. See what the officials say. There is no overtime, so this will either end in a tie or Ohio will have a final play. 1 second will be put back on the clock.
So now, you pull out all the stops.
So it's not over just yet.
It's 1 second to try to win the whole thing. So we expect a pass, obviously, and a ton of laterals, maybe.
Hey fans, this reminder coming up immediately following the game, the presentation of the Board of Coaches Trophy. Also, ladies and gentlemen, this reminder, no one is permitted on the playing surface at the conclusion of tonight's game, and we thank you again for your cooperation. Once again, no one is permitted on the playing surface at the conclusion of tonight's contest. We thank you in advance for your cooperation.
All right, so here's our situation. 1 second on the clock. Barring a defensive penalty, this will be the final play of the game. Isley at quarterback, Stars in the backfield with him. Ohio has trips to the near side, single receiver to the top side. Isley pumps and goes up, and it is short and incomplete. There was a moment there where I thought West Virginia might pick that off and run it back because that ball was underthrown. But that is the game. Your final score, West Virginia 13, Ohio 13, and the 78th Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Classic. We have a tie.
Well, we'll have to wait for next year to see who's going to come out on top.
Now West Virginia and Ohio finish tied. 13 all. Congratulations to both coaching staffs, all the players. Good effort given here tonight by everyone out there on the field. And it was a very entertaining game. That's to say the least. All right, so coming up, we will have our players of the game. As the teams are continuing to shake hands here at midfield at Wheeling Island Stadium. And there you have it, the start to our high school football season there. Huh?
All right.
High school football is back.
Man, we can't wait for
here
August,
in the Ohio Valley. And, yep.
Over across the river, Ohio starts a month from Tuesday. Yeah. It's going to be actually a month from Monday. They start on the 22nd.
I know. It's going to be here before you know it. Looks like there's a lot of guys out there still having an opportunity to shake hands and tell each other congratulations.
Yeah. They both
on an excellent effort and a hard-fought, well-played game between these two teams.
There's two ways to look at a tie. They both lost. They both won. But I think here they both teams won tonight. This has been an incredible event by the OVAC. All week has been just first class across the board. And what a way to start, as you said, the high school football season.
All right. As we get ready to close things out tonight, we still have to name our players of the game. And first, our Ohio player of the game is brought to you by East Central Ohio Educational Service Center. And our Ohio player of the game is Cable Isley, the quarterback out of River High School. Isley had a pair of touchdown passes for Ohio in this game. Touchdown to Cole Thoburn on the opening drive of the game, and then also that fourth down touchdown that tied things up and got us to where we are. And meanwhile, on the West Virginia side, Tristan Walker from Parkersburg South. Of course, he had the big fumble return for a touchdown that at the time of the third quarter gave West Virginia the lead at 13-7. He was in on a number of excellent plays as well. And also, of course, unfortunately, we did not have a team win the game here tonight. But once again this year, the Bordis Cup is presented following the game. And so tonight it'll be presented to both coaches. It is the trophy that goes to the winning team. Unfortunately, we ended in a tie tonight. It's on display at the OVAC Museum at West Banco Arena, and it'll stay there until next year's OVAC All-Star Football game. And we thank you to Bordis and Bordis for supplying the Bordis Cup each year for the OVAC All-Star Football game.
Presented by Huntington. Once again, on behalf of the OVAC staff and
How about special teams tonight as well? You think about that missed extra point down there that would have given Ohio the lead. And
well, you think back right before halftime, right?
Yeah.
You had Fitzpatrick 3 kicks. The second one went through, but Ohio called a timeout just as the ball was being snapped. So we know football's a game of inches. It's a game of little plays here and there, and we saw that here tonight where just little plays, unfortunately, on each side were the difference in what happened here on our scoreboard in our final score of West Virginia and Ohio tied at 13. All right, we'll take a break, but when we come back, we still have some highlights. Let's close it out for tonight. And we thank you so much for watching. But as we say goodnight, for Drake Watson, Scott Nolde here with you. Let's take a look at some of the highlights from this 78th annual Rudy Mumley OVAC All-Star Charity Football Classic. Good night, everybody. Thanks for watching.